Well, good evening, Raider Nation. My name is Brent Johnson. Along with head ball coach Sky Keck, as we are live on the NFHS Network from Lanier County High School in Lakeland, Georgia. We're glad to be back. It's been a hiatus for us in an away game. It's been about 3 weeks with the off week since the victory we had late in the early morning of Saturday. As the Raiders got that victory at Telfair, we come back home the next week and got a big home victory. Who was that we beat? Trutland, yeah. Beat Trutland, and then we had a week off, and we're just ready for some Friday night lights. And I was just telling you, the sun's about to pop down, the temperature's going to drop another 5-6 degrees, and it's going to feel like a football Friday night with this weather. We got a slight breeze. Where is Lucia at? She can get a shot of us up here. We got our wireless camera tonight. She can get a shot of us on the visitor side. They do have a platform for us, kind of back and above, slightly above the stands, which is kind of cool. We are right near the band, so it might be a little loud there at times when they're playing if we're trying to talk, but typically they can't play during play, so that's positive there. But we're right here with our home folks and nearly a full stands. But she'll get a shot of us here if she hadn't already of exactly where we're at. And hopefully bring you some cool shots that we've been trying to do from home. This is a wonderful crew. I've always had at least two really good student broadcasters over the years. I've been really lucky, but I've got 4 this year, and we're able to do some things that, again, we haven't, we're not accustomed to. So we're hopefully providing a really cool broadcast. We're not perfect by no means, no formal training here, but I do want to thank our sponsors before we get started here. Burt CPA, Family Vision Care, Bennett and Johnson Insurance, and I'm missing somebody, Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply. Miss Lisa Coley, can't forget her, and the fine crew she's got there. All right, Coach Keck, now let's talk some football.
Well, I was wondering if you were ever going to get done there and we were going to start talking about what we came here for. But anyways, like you said, it's been a couple weeks. And those open weeks, those off weeks just feel like they take forever. I feel like we haven't played a football game in about a month or so. It's almost like it's the first game of the season all over again. But find ourselves here in Lanier County tonight, and I'm trying to figure out what is going on around me.
Well, I'm trying to do some sign language, getting her to read my lips. I'm sorry, I've distracted you. No, I was asking if you could tell Lucia to get a shot of us here to show where we're at, what's going on.
Yeah, Brent just wants to be on the camera.
Yeah, well, hey, why not? People don't know. Some people don't know what we look like. They hear our voices, and that's it.
We're just the face behind the sound.
That's right.
The voice of the Red Raiders over here. But anyways, we're here in Lanier County tonight, where we've actually played them now. I know at least, 3 years in a row. I know 2 years ago they beat us over here in what I think was a top ball game. And then I know last year we defeated them at home at the Red Kingdom. And then we're here again for the third time, Lanier County tonight. So, Brent, what are you looking forward to? What's going to go on? What are we trying to make happen tonight?
Well, we talked on the way coming over and on the coaches show. We want our team to get off to a fast start. We want to start to finish. Our defense has played the most consistent all season, even through the scrimmage games. And then our offense has just been kind of up and down and really slow to start almost each of the games. I was super impressed the second half play of our offense last week, 2 weeks ago, when we really picked it up. We made some changes. The kids looked more motivated when we come out after halftime. Threw the ball around, run the ball hard, and we scored about 3 touchdowns in the second half. So that was or 4 touchdowns, excuse me. So that's what we want to see, some consistency on our offense tonight. This team, although they are haven't won a game. They're 0-4. They're struggling. This could be a trap game. I mentioned for us if we're not ready to get down to business. But if we can get down to business, I'd go home early with we'll get a run clock. Who knows? I'm not disrespecting this team. I just what's what I expect out of our team.
Well, I know watching the coaches show, and you just kind of hit on some of what was said on there and everything. I know Coach Thad wants us to start fast tonight, and he talked about challenging the coaches to do so tonight, and that's something like you just mentioned, that we've come out kind of slow, start a couple games, and then the second half, I mean, it almost feels like we've been a second-half team so far in this season where it just feels like something clicks. And even going back to the very first game against Appleton when we had the weather delay and we came out after that, I mean, we just, set the world on fire almost, it seemed like. And I'm sure that's what Coach Stad, not only Coach Stad, but every coach on the staff wants us to start off fast and put up points and, be consistent. I think consistency is key and being able to sustain success for the entirety of the ball game.
I'll tell you something, we talked on the show, and we've been talking all this season and in the preseason about Santiago Bazell and what a tremendous athlete, a tremendous kid he is in the classroom and on the field, coachable kid. And, a lot of expectations coming into this season, and he has proven those expectations on both sides of the ball now. I did not know, and I didn't want to act like I didn't know. I'll admit it now on the coach's show. It kind of surprised me when he said Santiago had 3. He broke a school record, had 3 interceptions the last game. I knew he had 2. I did not know he had 3 because, again, I've admitted it's hard for me to keep up with a bunch of stats when I'm running the jumbo at home. But that's pretty amazing stat.
Well, I mean, he's a terror on both sides of the ball for opposing teams. And, I mean, I'm sure teams probably game plan for him the most possibly on our roster, and they talk about him. But there's plenty of other guys on that sideline and in that locker room for us that can hurt you. And that's the thing, I know they mentioned they've been doubling Santi. Well, that's great. But there's plenty of other guys on offense that can make plays and do damage. And I think that's what these teams are going to see more and more of throughout the season. And so, maybe here tonight it might start and we see a lot of different guys score.
Well, that's what happens when you got a kid like number 7 on the field. He's only going to make his other players better because of him gaining the attention that he deserves from the other team's defense. So, again, we'd like to see run. We'd like to be able to establish a run. Number 1, we got a very capable sophomore running back in Dixon who can get it done, and a stable of backs, truthfully, that have not necessarily proven in games necessarily because they hadn't had the carries that's necessary to do that, but they have the ability to, and that's going to open up the passing game for Hennessy and giving him an opportunity to step into the ball and deliver it. All right, did you see who won the toss there?
I did, but our captains were Santiago Bazell, Travis Cawthorn, LeBron Smith, and Jacob Waters tonight for the Red Raiders.
We're about to get this thing started. Again, we're live from Lakeland, Georgia. Had to kind of take a detour. Normally we would go through Douglas and Pearson, but we went through Waycross and Homerville to get over here because of some road construction that's been going on for several months south of Pearson. Got a good crowd, nearly full stands. You probably hear the band playing now in the background because they're 10 feet away.
Yeah, we're live from the stands, live from the band section here, I guess you could call it, up here on this platform. And space is limited up here, that's for sure.
Yeah, wires and boxes and bags and people right up here with us. I got a couple folks, some faithful people at home that don't usually travel, but they watch us on the NFHS. Shoot me a text and make sure our audio is okay. Sometimes might feel like we're screaming. Maybe we are. If we're too loud, just right, about right, just let me know.
Yeah,
I'll give you a shout out.
Looking over here on the screen at the meter in the bar, I mean, we're reaching the top part of it almost.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Well, nope, we're fixing to kick this thing off, so never mind. We're going to try to have some replay for you tonight, along with that second camera like we see right there of the band, is Lucia Soria, junior at Bacon County High School, member of my Technology Student Association, and a ton of other things that she participates in, one of the top in her class. I got Katie Cawthorn producing the show. She's switching the cameras, running the broadcast. She's a senior. I got Ike Gorling on the camera. They swaps out with Ricky Cheese, a junior. Ike's a senior. Real proud of these 4 folks. Well, here we go. Raiders are going to kick a squib. Raiders in white, Lanier Bulldogs in all red with all red, trimmed in white.
So we'll see us on defense to start the night off here, Brent. And our defense is kind of maybe the talk of our team. They've been pretty consistent on that side of the ball. They've seemed to perform well in each game so far, I'd say. And you got speed, you got athletes, you got guys that'll run out there and run through other guys' face, hit them. Pretty much everything you need. Got size on the defensive line. So it's an impressive and stout group for sure. Lanier's going to drop back to pass here, first play of the game. Quarterback's going to scramble, and that's part of his game. He's a really good athlete there. Brent he's not only a football player, but he's part of the baseball team. I know he plays some outfield for them.
And we'll give them a shout-out for their baseball team, Coach. You got to. Give them little props. They're not in our region or anything. They're actually the smaller classification, but tell them what they've done in the last couple of years.
Yeah, all they've done in the last couple of years is win 2 straight state championships, so I guess that's all right. Going to be 2nd and short here for Lanier, 2nd and 1 to be exact, on their own 47-yard line. Again, single back there. Quarterback gets a snap. He's going to look to throw again. Drifts here to his left. He's going to scramble again. He'll have enough for a first down, and we run him out of bounds. It's going to be first down there for Lanier.
11:44 on the clock. Because we're switching cameras a little bit tonight, we're not going to. You won't see the clock on the score bug this evening unless it happens to be a close game late. We might do something there, but I'll be sure to give you the down and distance occasionally, and then the time.
Snap to the quarterback. He'll hand this one off. Running back's going to take it outside around the right tackle. He's going to have enough for a first down there off that side as well.
I never really heard a whistle till the ball popped out, but he was deemed down. It's going to be another first down for Lanier. As you know, our defense, kind of like scrimmage game against Appleton. Appleton went down the field and scored. Then we kind of locked them up after that. But yeah, this spread offense, you got an active quarterback. You've got an obviously athletic running back as well.
Quarterback gets a snap here, fake the handoff, throw it out top side real quick.
You know, we talked earlier. You mentioned that the head coach here, and his name, I forget his
David Dean.
Dean, there we go. Thank you. Is coached at the collegiate level. I know at least at Valdosta State, and he's bringing a system here that they're trying to get used to. And again, they've seemingly struggled these first 4 games of this season, particularly. We just hope they don't put it all together tonight because it looks like they got some dudes on the field that can run up and down.
Well, they've come out and had success here so far in this game, and as always, you can't look at teams' records as that's a handoff there. It's going to go left side for maybe a couple on the play.
It's going to bring up a third down and short, it looks like, really short.
But like I was saying, you can't look at records. It's all about playing the game on the field. They're not played on paper. And, you know, I mean, these are high school kids. You don't know what those guys are playing for down there, maybe what their personal goals are, what they want to accomplish or do here tonight personally. And you have to show up and compete and play to your level. So we'll have a third and short to start the game off here. See if our defense can make an early stand and get off the field. Quarterback gets a snap there, handoff. We hit him once.
Nope, quarterback.
Oh, no. Quarterback kept it. Fooled me.
I don't know. We're going to have to spy this guy even this early. He is very sneaky. It looked like he handed it off. He kind of actually stood there just a moment and paused and kind of really sold it, and then he took off. Another first down for the Bulldogs.
Well, sometimes the quarterback's legs could be a valuable weapon. And not sometimes, but usually all the time.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for Lanier from the Raider 12-yard line. There's going to be a flag here pre-snap.
I think it's a false start. I know one of our guys jumped, but I think it was because hopefully one of their guys moved. Yep, that's the indication. It's going to be 1st and 15, and they can get a first down, it appears, before on about the 2-yard line is the first down mark with 9:48 on the clock.
Quarterback throws here left side and slot. That pass is broken up. That's actually Amari Riles in coverage.
And, number 7, Santiago gets a lot of attention, but I'm telling you, this kid's name gets called out as much, really more, because he's on defense more than, say, Santiago is. But Amari Riles is you talk about another great kid. He's just a sophomore. Man, a lot of potential there.
Yeah, great young man as well. Smart in the classroom. So 2nd and 15 for Lanier. Quarterback gets a snap. He's looking here left side again. He's going to scramble out near side again, still looking downfield. Throws one in the back of the end zone. Yeah. He's going to overshoot everybody.
That's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. I was hooking up stuff and getting things ready. Did you happen to get an eye on their kicker? What type of leg he had?
I did not.
Well, what were you doing? Watching me hook the wires up?
Well, I was watching the band get set up and take up half the stands here.
That's the truth. I knew when I told Will Garrett, Dr. Garrett, our band director, I said, y'all going to have 1/3 of the stands, I promise you. And not all yeah, they're all in the stand. I thought maybe he had some down front.
Handoff up the middle. He's going to be hit at the line. He's going to push forward, but he'll be nowhere near the first down markers. He'll gain 2, maybe 3 on the play.
A lot of white jerseys on that play. It's going to stop them. It's going to be a 4th down and about 12. So we're going to find out what type of kicker they got here. That's a great stand, bend but don't break for our defense on this first drive. Give them a couple big runs, and then you stuff them here.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times this year. They've kind of had to settle into the flow of the game at times. The snap down, kick.
Plenty of leg.
Up and good.
All right, it's going to be 3-0.
But there is a flag on the play, so we'll see what this call is.
Everybody's leaving the field, so it looks like it possibly, if it's on the defense, I'm sure they'll decline, take the points. Just see what's going on here. False start on the offense, so, yeah, they're going to have to re-kick here. It's going to back them up. Now, he had plenty of leg to get it for another 5 yards. It didn't have a lot of height.
But it's all about the operation. You got to make another good snap. You got to make another good hold and another good kick.
These are some of the smallest goalposts.
Yeah, I noticed that as the ball was up in the air.
It makes it even tougher for the referees, the umpires, to see. I know they're looking up right underneath. Looks like they're going for it here.
Yeah, 4th and 16.
I guess the 5 yards took him out of his range, or comfortable range.
Tried to draw us off there. No movement from our defense.
It's a big play for our defense.
Snap, looking left, throws it down near side, and I think that's going to be a catch right down around the 1-yard line.
Oh, boy, that's going to be a first down, Coach.
Yeah, they just threw it there in the slot right behind us.
No. Did he say we didn't get it? He's pointing. No, he was – okay, I thought he was pointing Red Raider ball, but he was saying come on down here. It's going to be 1st and goal. Are you kidding me? Ah, boy.
Yeah, they just slipped that receiver in there. Right in the hole where nobody was.
That's disappointing. I'm just can't hide it. I'd almost have rather them scored the touchdown than got the first down on the one on the catch. But you got to watch that quarterback. All right, looks like we got a timeout on the Bulldog side. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. We've been live now for about 30 minutes, so we can thank our sponsors and so on and so forth. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, Raider Nation, we're back here with 8:26. It was 4th down and 15, and attempted the field goal. Had a false start, then it took them back 5 yards. They decided to go for it, and sure enough, they threw a pass low but caught enough room for the first down. First and goal, Bulldogs.
Something quarterback comes out. Oh, that pass is going to get deflected there at the line.
That's a big play. If it hadn't been deflected, it might have been intercepted. A couple white jerseys there could have potentially made a play, but I'll take the deflection just in case there. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Probably see a handoff here. It'll take a big play in the backfield to keep them from scoring.
Yeah, as our local Swami here is putting in his call. Oh, quarterback's by himself, takes it himself, and he's in.
Touchdown Bulldogs.
And we're going to get to see a light show here. I was told about this. I wasn't sure that we'd actually get to see it, but we are.
Well, there goes the shutout, boys. With 8:19 in the first quarter, Bulldogs take the opening kickoff down. Put 6 on the board. Again, a little deflating.
And there's a flag down. All sides on the defense. So it looks like Lanier is going to go for 2.
I think there ought to be a play clock going right here if they're going to if all this is going on. I mean, how much time would you get? I mean, would they give them a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? I think the quarterback's going to run in behind that big running back.
There sends a guy in motion, and there's going to be
another timeout.
Timeout.
Wow, on a 2-point play. All right, well, we'll take another break, too, honor some more sponsors. And these are our sponsors for our broadcast specifically, and then you'll see some sponsors that that help out our booster club that support Red Raider football. Be back in just a moment. I want to do a quick shout-out to Tyler Beach. Tyler's actually a member of the Board of Education, but he's our friend. He's one of our biggest fans. So, Tyler, appreciate the text message. Says, looks pretty good and sounds pretty good. He said it would sound really good if Coach Keck would do a better job. I'm just kidding. No, I appreciate you. And there's many more at home. Shoot me a text, give you a shout-out.
Lanier brings the guy in motion here, bottom side. Quarterback's going to look right, get flushed out there, and throw one up in the middle of the end zone. It'll be intercepted, but there won't be any sort of return or anything on that play. So Lanier will get stopped at 6 points there on that drive.
Man, I think we should get those 2 points for that. But it's not going to happen. We are going to get a kickoff here. I noticed that we're talking about their kicker, took a kick early. We noticed that our number 3, I feel like he's one of the best kickers in South Georgia, maybe all of Georgia, Isaiah Thomas. And he's not going to be they're holding him out. I know he had a hand, I don't even want to say, he had an issue, a lower body issue a couple weeks ago. Nothing major, just trying to get it worked out. And I'm sure they're resting him for region play as we'll start next week against another Bulldog team. coming to town. Homecoming week, and we'll talk a little bit more about homecoming a little later and the festivities and things around that next week. All that distracting stuff, you know.
Yeah, and the car ride over here, Brent was trying to convince me to dress up as him for Hero Day next week, but I told him that'd probably be a little too much.
Instead, you're going to be a villain. Is that what you're telling us? All right, let's see what our Red Raiders can do on offense as we are down 6, 8:19 on the clock, first quarter.
We're going to kick it right to Santiago. He's going to bring it near side. He's got some blockers, runs into a guy. He's bringing it down the sideline. Still inbounds, breaking the tackle, gets wrestled down there at the Lanier 30-yard line.
That's the capital D. What you call him? He's being a what?
I actually didn't hear what you just said.
the capital D, you say this guy is.
A dude.
He's a dude. Yeah, he's a dude. Dude being a dude.
Like I said, with the band being right here, I actually couldn't hear anything.
So I guess there was a hold or a block in the back or something back here we missed. We were so excited.
Well, I'll tell you what that probably means is they probably will not be kicking it to Santiago again tonight, which it surprised me. As they were lining up, I'm sitting here saying surely they're not going to kick it to Santi, and of course they did and almost got burned there.
Wow, that's tough. I don't know where the flag was. They always say just about every play you could call a hold or some type of flag, but I just hope it was legitimate and it was somewhere near where the ball was, because sometimes it happens away from the play. It wouldn't have mattered. But here we go.
Well, you know, Brandon, if we would have thought about it, we could have replayed it.
Oh, my goodness.
Snap. Hennessy gives it to Dixon. He'll get piled up there after about a gain of 4 maybe.
Yeah, that was on me. I'm trying to – I'm going to have to give the hand signals to Katie on the replays.
Going to be 2nd down and 6. Hennessy gets the snap, hands off to – nope, never mind. There's not going to be a play here. It's going to be blown dead. As I feel like every play in this game has been blown dead almost.
That's typically pre-snap. It's going to be on the Red Raiders. It's going to back us up. It's going to be 2nd and about 11 now.
Yeah, Coach Thad is
frustrated.
Not a happy man right now.
He looks a little frustrated there. Oh, wow, it's a good defensive play. The ball was there. Just, again, good defensive play there. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Raiders.
Yeah, so 3rd and long here. Tried hitting Santiago there. Looked to have one-on-one, and pretty much any time we see that, ball's going to go his way.
Going to shorten it up a little bit. That's going to be 3rd and about 6, I believe. We drew them offsides.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it.
Everybody's pointing.
In these situations, the defense points at the offense, the offense points at the defense.
Well, as many of them that jumped offsides, it would probably be more likely that an offensive player moved, but we'll see. Okay. We got the benefit of the doubt here. And it's going to be 3rd and a little bit shorter. Like I said, 3rd and about 7, maybe 6. 7:28 on the clock. 6-0 early.
So 3rd and a little more manageable here. And there's another flag that I believe they just signaled a false start on. So we're going to give those 5 yards right back and back it on up.
Well, amongst all these penalties, a couple more shout-outs. Miss Lisa Hughes, she's one of my earliest subscribers and a huge fan of our broadcast. She is also part of the Board of Education.
3rd and 11, Scotland's looking downfield, keeping his eyes down the field as he rolls out, throws it short of the receiver there, and I believe that ball got picked off before the defensive back went out of bounds.
I think we'll see a replay here.
We currently have
nope.
Lanier's light show going on.
Nope, that's going to be my fault. We're not going to get a replay. I don't know if we want to see that, actually. Because I did not have it set up. Katie, it was my fault. So I think we got it now.
Yeah, Brent claims to be the face that runs this place.
Yeah, well, I can't think of everything. Now we can have replays. I got it right. Now we can have some replays. Again, not sure if we wanted to see that one. Hennessy held on, was looking downfield. If the receiver would actually have went further downfield for him to throw it, might have had a better opportunity, but that didn't happen. So defense has got to bow their back here. We don't want to get behind the 8 ball early again against a team that's hungry. We've already talked about that. They're 0-4.
Yeah, they're not going to just lay down, I don't believe.
No.
Quarterback gets the snap, going to hand it off there straight up the middle to the back. He'll pick up only a couple on the play, maybe just one.
I want to give another shout-out to Mr. Mark Gritsky. Says we sound good, sound and look great. Mr. Tom Clay, another faithful subscriber. Appreciate Mr. Clay, a retired teacher at Bacon County High School.
Second and 8 for Lanier on the Bacon County 39. Quarterback gets the snap. He's looking up there. Top side, throws one in double coverage. Just picked off.
Who is that? Can you see the number?
I'll give you one guess.
Ball Hawk.
Number 7.
The dude. Wow. 4 interceptions in 2 games. It's pretty big. That's just a big play. That's a play.
That one, the throw was disrupted by Theron Moore. He got great pressure up the middle right in the quarterback's face that time.
And I tell you what, you guys, if you see Theron on the sidelines, you see he's very, very emotional player. And he's just a teddy bear in the classroom, but he's a very emotional. But he showed some restraint right there when he went into the backfield and he held up. He could have planted the dude and probably got a flag, but he didn't.
Hennessy gets the snap, hands off to Keondrick. He's got a blocker out in front. He's going to go up the sideline at that top side. He'll have enough for a first plus some. He'll get about 15 on the play.
That's what I'm talking about right. This kid's got a lot of talent, a lot of speed. Not a big kid. We're talking about 5'10", 5'11", under 6 foot, about 165 pounds maybe. But he can go. He's got really quick feet, good moves between the tackles, and he can get it going down the sideline.
Scotland gets the snap. He's coming near side, keeps it himself, gets wrestled down from behind there.
I'm going to question that call. I'm not, Scotland is not the fastest player on the field, okay? I think we can agree with that. But that was a straight-up run. Quarterback's not a sneak, but a run on that outside. And he got dragged. And what you don't want to do is risk injury, him being dragged down from behind. So not sure about that call.
Just keeping the defense honest. Scotland gets the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it up top real quick. That pass is actually dropped. But there is a flag.
We got a flag in the secondary. Yeah, we're going to have to wait on this one. Well, while we're waiting, we're borderline football weather right here. We got a slight breeze in our face. Mid-low, it's got to be mid-low 70s right now. Did you see the call, or was there a flag? They picked the flag up or something? 2nd and 10, or excuse me, a long 9. That's going to be 2nd and a long 5 now. Looks like a long 4. I think they were offsides. Oh my goodness.
It's going to be a false start on us.
Wow. Hennessy's, he's the one that can see everything, and he's kind of got his hands. He's a smart kid. He's kind of got his hands up. Oh, now I don't know if he's getting chastised, but he's like, it wasn't our fault. 5:40, little sloppiness one way or the other by the Red Raiders. Hopefully we'll get something going here. It's going to be 3rd and 14.
Scotland gets the snap. He's looking down the field, throws a
he's got
one ball to Mike Dixon, and it's off his fingertips.
And we're going to see a replay right here. Literally off his fingertips. Yep, here we go. Replay. So that's a good shot right there by our second camera. I think we're going to switch here. Just off his fingertips. What a catch that would have. Opportunity for him to make a play there. Good throw by Hennessy. It's like we're in our, I don't know.
Really close to a big play there.
Getting some different personnel. Getting our punter in.
Oh, that snaps over our punter's head. We're just going to have to kick it out of the back of the end zone for a safety. Man, this is not the start that anybody wanted, and probably not the start that anybody envisioned for the Raiders tonight.
I did not expect this. Coach said, I don't know, maybe we jinxed it on the show. He was really excited about the practices they had this week. Probably, he said, the best Monday practice he thinks they've had all season. And then, Tuesday was a little lackluster, and then they got them back up on Wednesday, another great practice. But he's huddled them up here. You can see the camera view there with 5 minutes and 30 seconds. He's enough of this, guys. We got to flip the switch here. We have given them 8 points here. Remember earlier that 4th down play, if you're just joining us, we held them. 4 downs, they attempt a field goal, get it, but there's a procedure call, backs them up 5 yards. They didn't feel confident kicking again, so they went for it. The 1st down had to be inside the 2-yard line. Well, guess what? A low throw, guy makes a play, they get a 1st down, they punch it in after 2, and this is where we're at.
And you don't want to spot anybody too many points. I mean, it's time to turn it on.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Maybe we're going to take an extra second or two, but that's okay. We'll be back in just a moment.
On that kick, that's a big return for Lanier. That's down to the Bacon 30, but there is a flag, as there has been on pretty much every play so far.
Yeah, it's going to be a spot foul, and they go from where the foul was committed. So it's going to bring them all the way back to midfield. Which is a good thing because of that's basically that's almost it's about a 25-yard penalty for the Bulldogs. Gives our defense a slight, a little bit better advantage here. Looks like we get a timeout here. I think so. All right, we're going to take another quick break here. One thing I will say, I like these light-up numbers. Boy, it make it a lot easier for us to see across the field from Red Raider field. But again, we'll take a quick break. Honor our sponsors and be back in just a moment.
All right, here we go. Lanier will take the snap from midfield. And a handoff top side. There's a flag on this play. Lanier did pick up about 15 yards, though, but we'll see if it stands.
Yeah, I hear one of the dads over here, they're like in, spitting distance. I think about every play I've heard him say, there's a hold, and he's probably right. But he got that one right because our old boy got pulled down to the ground. So it's going to be 1st and 20, I believe, for the Bulldogs when it's all said and done. Yep.
I feel like we've been here forever already, and we're only halfway through the first quarter.
It's been a long first quarter, 5 minutes and 16 seconds. 5 minutes, 16 seconds.
I looked up, seen 5 minutes and 16 seconds. I thought that was
second quarter.
Go in the first half.
Yeah. 1st and 20.
There sends a guy in motion. Quarterback's going to take the snap, hand it off there. Nope, he's going to keep it, come near side. There's a host of Raiders there to trace him down.
Gets about a 4-yard gain. I believe it's going to be 2nd and about 16.
So 4-yard gain there.
I will say this is one of the best matchups that our offensive line has had and defensive line have had as far as size-wise. We've gone against some grown men these last 4 or 5 weeks, including preseason. So we're going to back them up a little bit. One of our linebackers faked the blitz there, a stun, and caused their lineman to flinch. It's going to take them on back a little bit further back to about where they were. It's going to be 2nd and about 21, it looks like.
So 2nd and forever for Lanier.
Well, this is those dangerous distances that the Georgia Bulldogs don't like.
That they give up a first down on every single time.
Or a touchdown to win a natty, an 18 or something like that.
Whoa,
I hate to bring old stuff up.
Don't reopen that wound.
Here we go, 2nd and 21. Trying to get that 5 yards back with a hard clap.
Is there a flag on the field again?
I think they may have flinched again. Quarterback calls it. It's going to be.
Wow.
Still 2nd down, though. Got 2 downs to make something happen. Just got to stay alert. Don't let nobody get behind you.
So 2nd and 26 here. As much as it pains me to utter that phrase.
2nd and 26.
Low snap. Quarterback bobbles it. He's rolling. Oh, he's trying to escape there and more, chasing him down. That's a big man that can move. He's going to get wrestled down finally. That's Jalen Marion on the tackle.
Listen, I got both of these dudes, and they're dudes in my class in 3rd block, and they're like brothers in there. And sometimes they fuss with one another, but it's usually about football. If they're not doing their work, they're watching some film on Huddle or watching our broadcast, and they're fun to watch and fun to be around. And I always said Jalen, number 5, he plays about 25 to 30 pounds heavier than he really is.
So what's in the playbook for 3rd and 40 here, Brent?
You got to think he's going to probably run it and punt.
Quarterback could keep it there at the middle, get stood up at the line of scrimmage, and that'll force Lanier to punt.
Yeah, you avoid any kind of penalty that would give them first down. That's a type of personal foul, which we did. So we're going to flip the field here unless something crazy happens. We should now get the ball back somewhere around where they started after that kickoff in midfield. And again, we got one of the best players in our region, one of the best players in South Georgia. And this guy must have a leg because he is back 40 yards off the line of scrimmage, and he sure does.
Yeah, that's a good punt. Santiago will have room to run here. He's going to bring it down here to the bottom, try to make a move. That's actually a good open field tackle there by number 11.
Really was. They covered it very well. Unfortunately, they had 4 red jerseys down there pretty quickly. And the thing was, it wasn't a real high kick. It was lengthy, but it wasn't real high. But they got some dudes down there to make a great play on number 7. So we're going to take over on about the 40-yard line. Be 1st and 10. I almost said Dogs. 1st and 10 Raiders with 1 minute and 54 seconds left in here in this first quarter. We still have a chance to score before the first quarter is over. I'd give them a heavy dose of Dixon right here.
Yep, they're going to toss it out to him there.
That's about 7 yards. 5 or 6 yards.
For those of you watching and listening, that is Brent's personal favorite play in all of the football right there.
Toss sweep.
It's a good little toss to the running back.
Wasn't really a sweep. It was just a toss off tackle there. But I just want Georgia particularly, just where's the toss sweep to the wide side, not the short side of the field.
Snap to Hennessy, hands it off. We'll try the right side. Dixon's got some room there. Stiff arms one guy trying to break loose. Trying to wrestle him down. He's inside the Lanier 35.
I wonder if Thad is on my radio here, because what did I just say? A heavy dose of Dixon to see what we can do here.
But going back to the toss, if you watch a Georgia game with Brent, he will say that they need to run that play approximately 38 times a game. Snap to Hennessy. He's going to toss it there to Dixon on the left side. We'll see what kind of cardio
5-6 more yards.
Has.
5 or 6 more yards.
So right now your Raiders are in the turbo. Trying to get the play in, trying to get set. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Snap to Scotland, hand off to Kendrick again. He's going to be wrestled down for a loss on that play.
Yeah, went to the well one too many times there. Probably just didn't have a quick step because he's kind of catches breath maybe there. And then we missed a block, had to have there on the edge when you got 2 or 3 guys in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and about 12 here.
No movement there from Lanier's defensive lines. We tried to draw them off with the
probably going to let
snap.
Clock run down here. It's slightly under the play clock, so unless we run a play real quick, I don't think so. I think we're going to go to the second quarter with your Red Raiders trailing 8-0. Here in the first quarter, again, didn't start like we wanted it, but you know what? We can finish how we still can finish how we want to.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Be the best in the end, not the beginning or the middle.
That's right. We're going to take a quick break here. Honor our sponsors. Will be back here in just a moment as we are live on the NFHS Network. My name is Brent Johnson, along with head ball coach Sky Kick. All right, we're back. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7 for your Raiders. 4 down territory, I would think.
Scotland gets the snap. He's looking left, drops back, throws one deep. That's Santiago for a touchdown.
What a play. See if we can get a replay. I think we got it right here. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Just a perfect throw and catch. Now watch this. Perfect. He had already had his guy beat by 5 yards, right over the shoulder. What a play by the Red Raiders.
Then we get to watch Sandy's touchdown celebration there.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that at any level. But
this guy, born in the 1900s when they were playing with the Leatherheads out
well,
there.
I mean, yeah,
back in my day.
We're trying to go to work here. We're down. Let's give the ball to the ref and let's get back to the huddle and score 2 points here.
Scotland throws a quick pass out to the top. We got it blocked well, or I thought we did. Never mind.
It's a good play. We just unable to put it in the end zone there. Who got that catch?
That was Noah Cothran.
Noah Cothran, the tight end.
Came up a little short. I thought it looked blocked up top at first, but clearly Lanier had the numbers and just overwhelmed us there.
Well, nonetheless, the Raiders get back on the board. A little bit more energy here in the stands. A little more energy, a little hop in the step on the sidelines of our players with 11 minutes and 53 seconds. Man, I tell you that you're right. That first quarter took almost 45 minutes, about 40 minutes, and I hope those don't take that long.
That was a convincing drive by the Raiders there.
3rd and 7, again, a drop back. Sandy beat his guy. You know, that's one of them plays where it was just perfect. I mean, you didn't want to overthrow him there because he had his man beat by literally 4 steps. Slightly underthrown. He could have made the adjustment, but just what a play. What a play there. Glad we was able to bring that replay to you here at an away game. Raiders going to kick off here. Again, we don't have our normal kicker. Isaiah Thomas is resting tonight.
Scooter Johnson handling the kickoff duty there. That's going to be Amari Riles with a tackle on the kickoff.
I think they'll start on about the 39-yard line, 40-ish. This is about the same angle we had over at Telfair. They got a track in between. It feels like I think we're slightly higher because we were in the box because of the rain the last time, maybe a few feet higher. So the angle is not too bad, it appears. We got a replay screen here that I've been, again, our camera guys do a great job. Ricky's on the camera now. Ricky's been with us his 2nd full year.
Snap to the quarterback. It's going to fake the handoff. He's looking to throw it down the field. Our defense is chasing him around back there. He's got time. There's a flag on the play.
There's a hold. How about an interception? Yeah, finally he throws it away. Well, those plays like that where they just drag out, that's when people get hurt. That's when big plays happen. It gets, the defender. We did a great job. That was a defensive, basically a sack as he had to throw it away. Although we're going to get the yardage because of a hold, but so many bad things can happen when the quarterback just continues to run around. Usually it's the advantage of the offense, but it's going to be a big. It looks like it's more than a 10-yard penalty, Coach, or that was a spot. So wherever they must have held about the 30 because they're back to nearly the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and long again. 20, 10, almost 30, about 28, 1st and 28, we'll call it.
Yeah, just some sloppy play here. The early portion of this game.
You know, I hope that was the best Lanier had that they gave us, in that first quarter, first 6 or 8 minutes. And now we just have to take advantage. So, okay, well, so now we're just trying to figure out what's going on. Now they're coming back.
Original line of scrimmage.
Okay. He's wanting to remark here. I want to make sure they get it right too.
Okay, so we have a 15-yard penalty.
That must 15. Yeah, 15. Okay. Didn't get the call. We're on the opposite side of the white hat, so when he's facing the the press box, it's kind of hard to tell what he's calling. First and long.
Snap to the quarterback, fakes the snap. We're going to throw a quick one there. Top side. Receiver's got good speed, it looks like.
Tell you what, he's fast. We don't need to let him get past our anybody, because I don't think we're going to catch him. Maybe Santiago could, but at an 8, he's got some speed. He went up. I thought at first the ball was going to go over his head when the quarterback threw it. It was a really high release, and he made that play and then darted for about 10 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and about 16, a long 15. 11:23 on the clock. 8-6. Bulldogs lead your Raiders. It's that inside trap, and that's what Coach mentioned that, I believe, on the show. That was defended very well. I think they maybe got 2 or 3 on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 12. It's important for the Raiders. You got to think they're going to try to throw something here for the stick.
3rd and 12. 11 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Man, I'm enjoying this breeze. It's one advantage of being outside, not in a booth.
That's a completed pass there up top.
That's one of them plays. I mean, that's the perfectly called play where, and you look at that as our fan, you're like, how can we give up 17, 20 yards on a 3rd down play? That's almost an undefendable play. I call it. That really wasn't a true slant, but it was a streak that it was thrown perfectly, only where their defender was going to catch it, and it was on the money. Perfect timing. They just made a great play. Got to bow our backs here.
Looking deep down the field there. That pass is underthrown and intercepted.
Is that Mike?
I can't see a number. There's a flag on the return here. So he just runs out of bounds along that top side.
Either way, it's going to be Red Raider football. That was the pass. It was a good-looking pass, but it just kind of died right after it peaked, giving our Red Raider an opportunity. I believe that was Mike Dixon. I don't know. Didn't do a replay. I'm not sure we'd seen it anyway. I forgot to mention it. But nonetheless, it's going to be Red Raider football. They are giving it to us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is our offense running on the
Well,
field.
I mean, I just want to make sure, sometimes these referees don't get it right every time. It was a penalty after the interception, so it's going to back us up inside the 10, it looks like. Blindside block. Wow, that's 15 yards for sure. Well, I still like a heavy dose. Give him a break, of course, but a heavy dose of Dixon here. Number 4, the sophomore. I tell you, he had several long runs last season.
Well, that's a handoff to him. He's just following his blockers there.
Still on his feet. He does not mind contact. I said he's not a real big kid. 5'10", maybe. Again, 160 pounds, 65.
Kendrick was following the block of Rodney Batten there.
1-on-1 at the bottom.
Scotland's rolling out that top side, just going to chuck one out of bounds to the Lanier sideline.
It'll be 2nd and 10. 10-14 on the clock. Still second quarter.
Hand off to Kendrick. He's going to have the first down and then some.
There's some good blocking up front there at our line. Again, I said earlier, this is one of the better matchups we've been able to have as far as size-wise. We got some pretty big guys up front, and I think on average we outweigh this group. We haven't been able to the last, or really any of the games we played. And then Keandre's doing what he does. He's got great footwork, left to right, doesn't matter.
Snap to Scotland. It's probably going to be a false start there, I think, on the offense. But like you were saying, you feel like we can impose our will on these guys. And I'm not sure about their depth situation, but maybe you wear them down.
Yeah.
And then we've been out here, in turbo, seeing success in that, going fast.
I've been calling these run plays. I'd like to see a tight end sneak out over the middle, hit him about 10 or 15 yards deep.
Scotland gets the snap, handoff to Keandrick. Starts right, comes left. He's
here
got a
we
hold.
go.
He'll get wrestled out of bounds there at actually around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I think if I was going to jaw with somebody, I think I'd want my helmet on. But it's going to be a first down for the Red Raiders. No penalty flag there. Again, football is one of the most emotional sport, I would think, especially at the high school level. Very physical sport. Very easy to lose your mind if you're not careful. I don't care who you are out there. We saw some restraint there, which I'm very proud of. First and 10, Red Raiders.
Snap Scotland. He's looking to throw, going deep down the sideline to Santiago, and he reels it in. Oh,
pass interference. We had a and that's the reason he didn't catch it. He just wasn't able to get his other arm around, I believe. We'll see the replay. We'll get it. We got 20 seconds here to work with. All right, we'll see the throw. Yep, and then I think he had his right arm. And then he kind of come in there and punched at it. But so what, are they going to talk about it? Should be a 10-yard penalty. First down. I think that's what it's going to be. NFL is a spot foul. Depending on where you're at on the field in college ball, it's pretty much a 10-yard penalty there as well. Again, I like Dixon here getting a handoff.
It's going to be Keandrick there.
5 or 6 yards per carry. It's going to be second and about 5.
And Santiago is one-on-one all alone down here.
Man, I like to see him dart down about 10 yards and then cut across the middle.
Handoff, Keandrick is going to bounce it outside. Off the tackle there, and got a host of Lanier County Bulldogs to stand him up, but that's going to be enough for a Raider first down on the play regardless.
8:49. Somebody might say, and because I saw this, Sandy kind of took that play off, and somebody be like, why wasn't he over there blocking for the receiver? Well, there's plays that he and other players can take off in that situation. It was Keandrick that kind of broke it out. It didn't mean, I don't think, for Keandrick to come to this left side anyway. But he's playing both sides of the ball, and there's certain plays that he can take a break on, and that's one of them. If you happen to see that at home, I just truly believe that.
High snap. Scotland's able to corral that, but get wrestled down from behind.
Still going to be a first down for your Red Raiders.
Well, actually, Brent, that'll bring up
second
down.
So it was, okay. That was first down. Okay, he had already flipped it. Or hadn't flipped it.
Amateur.
Yeah, whatever. I was thinking about the other play. Second and 8.
Snap to Scotland. He's going to look over the middle there, throw a pass. It's going to be incomplete.
I like to see a little more crisper pass there, stepping into it. It was very kind of a tentative throw there. but the defender was draped over him. I'm not saying it was a penalty, but he was right there. It's going to be 3rd and 8, probably, again, a 4-down territory here for the Red Raiders if we can't get the first down here. I like to run twice here.
Scotland gets the snap, looking to throw over the middle, and I believe there is some miscommunication or something somewhere on that play as our receiver continued to streak into the end zone, and Scotland threw that ball like he was expecting him to stop and sit down, maybe right past the marker. That's going to be an interception for Lanier.
Oh boy, I stand by my. I like 2 runs there to try and get a first down. At least one to run there and see how close you get. And you might have, if you don't give it a couple yards, then you try to throw. But that's why they get paid the big bucks. It's 8-11, and again, Coach, we just got to get out of our own way here. And I don't know what it's going to take, when it's going to take it. I do know this, that the games that we've won, we've come out after half and played really well, and we can't depend on that every time. It's going to have to be a game. We can't play like this against Thomasville. We can't play like this against Fitzgerald. We can't play like this against Worth or Jeff Davis.
Well, you got to play a 4-quarter ball game, especially against the teams that you're sitting here listing off.
Yeah, three of those teams are in the top 5 in the state. In our we're the toughest region in the state, without a doubt.
Lanier's going to get the snap, hand it off up the middle as he'll be stacked up right around the line of scrimmage.
And that's football. That's baseball for sure. Football and baseball. The teams that's in this region. And it looks like Brantley's no pushover this year. Berrien. Hopefully Brantley is. I don't know. But Berrien is, after the game last week, they played against Clinch.
Seven minutes, 35 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Just got to contain this running back. Oh, he's pushing and pushing. Nearly, if not a first down. Looks like it's going to be close.
Yeah, he was just carrying a couple of guys with him there on that run.
Had an opportunity to hold them, pin them deep there, but it's going to be a first down now. 7:22, 21-20. The clock ticks here, second quarter. It's been a long first half. It's been an hour since we kicked.
Snap to Lanier. He's looking to throw it quick. Nothing there. Scrambling down here near side. Throws a pass out near the first down marker, though. Good, accurate pass. That receiver's fighting for some yards after the catch. He's got enough for the first down.
Another first down. 6:49. Clock stopped as he was pulled. Nope. He was not out of bounds. Just for the change to set. 6:37.
Lanier gets the snap, hands it off, and we're there in the backfield to meet him. I believe that's number 22, Caden Barnes. Big tackle for loss there on the run.
Teach Caden, too, I tell you. He's going to be a great ball player the next couple of years, just a sophomore. Or he's a junior. Sophomore for the Raiders.
Five minutes, 55 seconds to go in the first half. That clock seems to be moving a lot quicker in the second quarter than it did in the first. Quarterback gets a snap, looking left, pump fakes. He's going to try to run up the middle there. Minimal gain on the play as I think he got tripped up by Theron Moore.
It's going to be third and long. Third and 12. This is an opportunity for the Raiders to get one more, or at least one more chance to put some more points on the board. You got to think they're in a throwing situation here, but you got to think they're leery of throwing the ball deep. The two interceptions.
There's looking to throw. He's going to throw there over the middle. I think that's going to be a nope. Pass is incomplete.
Tell you what, that kid, he's got a real quick release. I'm surprised you hadn't talked about it. And that ball was on a rope. I mean, for 20 yards, it was head high. But that's a good defensive play there. The ball was there, probably should have been caught. But it's going to force a punt, and they got to kick it in number 7's direction here with 5:01 left in the second quarter.
So your Raiders will get a chance here to get the ball back and score before the half.
Ooh!
Oh, and we were ever so close to blocking that punt as it's going to bounce well in front of Santiago. He's just going to watch it actually come to a stop there right in front of his feet.
Raiders will take over on the 28-yard line, it looks like, where the umpire is at. Again, with 4:49 to go. Again, everything's ahead of us. We have hurt ourselves. They've made a few plays in the ball game offensively, but not really defensively. We've hurt ourselves.
And there's actually a flag out there at midfield.
Been a lot of flags. I mean, it had to be at least 10 this half.
I'd say easily at least 10.
I don't have a stat keeper. That'd be the next thing
I guess we're going to have
hire.
To convince one of those to come along with
Got
us.
to find a kid that likes to eat because we eat well. That's about the only way I can pay them.
I, for one, say we should have more Texas Roadhouse trips, but maybe that's just me.
Well, if we didn't have to go out of our way 60 miles, every road trip, then maybe so. I tell you what, we'll catch the Wawa on the way home tonight in Waycross.
That works.
Folks, we're not sponsored by Wawa, but I'm gonna give them a shout out.
But if they want to sponsor us, we'll take it.
Absolutely. If you hadn't been to the Wawa to get, I haven't got any of their food, but I've heard all their food's good too. But man, one of the best milkshakes that you will drink. It's don't get me wrong, it's cold, but you can drink it without getting a brain freeze. It's not that cold.
I feel like we're in a commercial right now.
I know, ain't it? And then the slushy, the smoothies, they're really good too. So stop by there next time you head into town.
The next thing Brent's going to talk about is how great their napkins are and their straws and their plastic that their cups are made out of.
Do want to thank our official sponsors for sure, and we'll get to those in just a moment.
Scotland's going to get the snap there and to slightly jump for it, but he's going to run it himself there off that top side. He'll actually pick up 5 or 6 on the play.
Well, it does. It keeps him honest. That's he's not a true runner, but he got about 5.5 yards there on that carry. And again, let's hand it off to Dixon here. Give him an opportunity to show off his skill set. Everybody's coming in a little tighter here.
I think that's the third time they've called Scotland's number tonight to carry the ball. So he'll toss it to Keandrick to come near side, but there'll be nothing going on that play as they'll bring him down for actually a small loss on the play, maybe half a yard.
A little slow developing. And then the blocking was a little lackluster on this side. Thad not happy. It's going to bring up. That should be third down. Is that correct? Should be. Oh, we had a penalty. Was that a no play? Reason they got second down still must be must have been a procedure play of some sort. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders.
Almost drew a guy off sides there for Lanier. Looking to the sideline, getting the call in.
That was actually maybe an advantage for the penalty there. Keep it 2nd down.
Scotland gets the snap, going to toss it again to Keandrick as he come near side, get behind Santiago's block. We'll see that speed down the sideline of Keandrick. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Red Raiders, as he falls across the goal line.
That's what a kid's capable of. He had multiple runs like that. Oh, we got a flag.
Well, we're showing the replay here currently. What a great block out wide by Santiago, sealing off that edge, allowing Keandre to get to the sideline, and the rest is on him.
They're going to bring it all the way back here, Coach. I know Wilder, one of the coaches was out there just doubled over sick.
Brent's upset because we scored on his toss play there. He really wanted that one.
I don't care how we get it. I want a touch. We need a touchdown. I mean, that. And where the flag was thrown, it probably had no bearing on the play.
Coach Thad's out there. He's pretty disappointed right now.
So now it's going to be probably second down. And about 16 instead of a touchdown. All right, who we got in the backfield here? One of our young guys. Is that Adams?
That is Jamon Ellis, it looks like, number 1.
Ellis.
And he's got some speed. We're going to toss it to him there. He's going to try the top side. Makes one guy miss. He's going to reverse field, bring it back, breaks the tackle, but not another one. Number 24 for Lanier, shot in there. That tackle for loss.
It's going to be third and about 20. Third and 20. Raiders have thrown it in reverse.
2 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the first half. Scotland gets the snap, looking to throw. Pump fakes once, pulls it down. He's going to evade a couple tacklers, throw it near the sideline for Santiago, but it's broken up as he wouldn't have had enough for a first down anyway if he had caught it.
It's going to be fourth down for the Red Raiders unless there's a penalty somewhere, and I don't see a flag on that play. So we're going to punt away, and our defense is going to have to hold one more time before half. Now the Raiders will receive the opening kickoff in the second half.
Need to see if we can get Lucia to go in the locker room and capture this halftime speech by Coach Thad tonight.
Yeah, we might get him in trouble. No, he's not that kind of guy. He can get fiery.
Scotland doing the punt tonight as he gets one off.
Need a big roll here, and that'll work. That'll work. That'll go on down an extra few yards, about the 40 for the Bulldogs. They'll take over with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. With this short break here, I want to take an opportunity to thank Miss Lisa Coley with Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply there in town, just south of town. Open from 7 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. They're closed on Saturdays, but if you get in a bind, that's what Hometown Proud is about. If you get in a bind on the weekend, you can get in touch with somebody and they'll make it happen. If you need a piece or part for your well or electrical need throughout the week or emergency situation on the weekend, Lisa Coley, Coley Electric and Plumbing Supply.
There, get a snap. Quarterback's looking top side. Gets one out quick for, I think he's going to have a first down.
It's going to be close. Depends on where he marks it. I think he's just a little shy. It's going to be second down about 3.
Oh, yep.
2-minute offense here. Like I said, our defense is going to have to really stand tall. We do not need to let them put any more points on the board here.
Lanier brings the guy in motion, coming near side. Quarterback rolls out. He's going to throw it to him. That's enough for a first down. Big hit there.
Let's replay that. I think we got a good camera shot on that one. I just hope he's all right. You know, he took the brunt of it. He's going to take a break, but I'm sure it was a jaw rattler for him as well. Oh yeah. 1st and 10.
Quarterback throws another quick one out here. Off his hands, almost intercepted.
Yeah. Had another yard to the sideline. I think 15 would have had it. This is where I would like to see situations where we have our best. This is a time on defense, and you can have the same time on offense where you have your best players on the field, if possible, unless they're shook up or whatever. You got your biggest, your best, your fastest on defense to potentially prevent something from happening here.
Quarterback's looking top side. He's going to throw one out over the middle. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, there was a chance there for Dixon to make a play. I'm pretty impressed with the release of this quarterback. Now, his deep ball come up a little short earlier. I think he just had a little too much air. But 20, 30, 15 to 30 yards, he's got a rifle. Third down and 10. Probably 4 down territory, unless we can get a stop behind the line here.
Quarterback gets the snap. Surveying the field.
No pressure.
And that ball is going to be overthrown.
Thankfully.
Tried taking a shot.
Well, we didn't blitz because we had everybody back, and that was a good thing. Pretty good throw there, but overthrown. All right, we're going to have a timeout on the field, and we're going to take a quick timeout. It's been a while, and we'll honor our sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment.
All right, we're set here for Lanier to punt the ball back to the Red Raiders with 1:45 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's get back there.
Snap rolls to the punter. He better get on it.
Please tackle.
He's going to make 3 guys miss. And I don't think he's going to have enough for a first down, but it looks like it might be. No, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the wrong marker. I'm looking at the line of scrimmage.
Rookie.
All right.
Yeah, we're all going to take over with better field position than we probably would have. Had an opportunity to really make something happen, but we weren't able to take advantage. But our defense did its job, got a stop, and our offense is going to have yet one more chance to
Bacon County will start at their own 44-yard line. Santiago has a big cushion down here to the bottom side. Scotland's rolling this way, looking down the field. He's going to have to just toss that one. I thought he was tossing out of bounds.
He should have, because that was almost intercepted. Got to be real smart in this situation. That ball had any more air, that was probably a touchdown the other way. I mean, you just got to throw that one to me.
Didn't you catch a ball from a Jets player when we went this past year during warm-ups? He was throwing it around?
Yes.
Thought I remember that. So I was about to say you couldn't catch, but I remembered.
Caught one from a professional player. Now, he wasn't a quarterback, but still. Okay. Let's see. That'll be the. Okay. I turned that other one off. He was going to have it one bar left. I didn't want it to die.
All right, we're back here, 2nd and 10 for the Red Raiders. From their own 44, Scotland gets the snap. He's looking left. He's going to roll this way a little bit. Throw one over the middle to Santiago. He's going to take a big hit. But I think Lanier got the brunt of it as they have a guy down on the play.
Is that incomplete, I'm assuming?
Yes. That pass got in there. That was actually a good throw just into a crowded part of the field. Lanier was able to break it up.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 with 1:19. If we're not careful here, they're going to get the ball back with enough time. Need to get one first down here if we can.
Scotland's going to roll down here near side, throw one up Santiago. He's just going to overshoot him.
Yeah, good defensive play there. Guy just gets his hands up, making sure he doesn't get a flag.
And there is a flag.
I see one of the defenders kind of holding his hands up. Was there a late hit there? No, he's pointing our way. Just like holding, it's going to be declined. It's going to be 4th down. I don't know. I think I'd go for it here. The defense has played pretty well. I know it's 10 yards, and maybe I'm just being silly, and I am, I guess. Wishful thinking. We're going to punt it away, or at least look like we're going to punt it away.
Scotland gets the snap, gets the punt off. Good high boot there.
Boy, what a kick. Oh, he drops it.
He's going to actually muff it. We'll see if we fall on it.
We can't. Golly. We were all over it. Oh, wait. Did we? Oh, how in the world? I'm not sure where the white jersey came from. All I saw was red.
Well, that's possibly the break that our offense needed.
Possibly. Well, yeah, to give us an opportunity to score, we got to get it in there, though, baby. I tell you, I was thinking, man, I don't know.
Well, I'm not really sure that Lanier should have tried to field that with so many Raiders around him.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That was a really, really good punt by Scotland. So we have an opportunity with 1 minute and 3 seconds. This half does not want to end, I think, until we score, right? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's all about us scoring. When we score, the half can be over. Minute and 3 seconds to go in the half. Red Raiders have all 3 of their timeouts remaining, so the clock shouldn't be an issue here. Got the referees sorting something out. They're having a discussion down there on the field. And teams are being sent back to the sidelines, so we'll actually take a break and come back. I'm actually not sure what happened at all. Somehow or another, it's going to result in us having a re-kick here. We thought we had a huge momentum swing, and then that just got canceled out, so we'll have to do it all over again. All right, so Scotland gets that snap, and that punt is up in the air there. Scotland actually got hit on the punt. There is a flag. Okay, so we're going to take a break as they sort this out. We've got players injured and everything else going on. Okay, so the result of the play is going to be first down for Bacon County as they hit our punter, Scotland Hennessy. And after a long discussion and everything getting sorted out, we have 50 seconds to go in the first half. Bacon County's going to hand off to Keandre. He's going to bring it near side. He's going to try to get a block. That's Santiago out front. He's down the sideline. He breaks the tackle. He's going to be in the end zone. First play of the drive.
I don't see a flag on the field either. I think that's going to count.
Well, if you're Bacon County, that's exactly how you wanted to answer everything that just went on right there.
There's your replay. Thank you, Katie.
Yet again, Santiago paving the way down the sideline. Keandre breaks one tackle, and he's standing in the end zone.
That's great camera work. Great camera work there by Ricky.
And suddenly that just sent the Bacon County fans into a frenzy. .38 seconds to go in the first half. There's a Lanier County player down in the end zone, so we'll take a break and come back. We're going to have the Raiders go for the two-point conversion here. Try to make this a 6-point game instead of 4. Get the snap, quick throw. Oh, and that's going to be picked off. That play is blown dead, but we're going to tackle him anyway. Try throwing it there in the slot. Lanier just stepped in front of it. So that's going to be an unsuccessful 2-point try for Bacon County. At some point tonight, the first half will end, I promise. As we've actually been in this half for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I told the parents of these kids we get them home a little earlier tonight. I think we'll be home before 2, but it might be closer to midnight as long as this half has lasted. 32 or 38.2 seconds left on the clock.
Kickoff there. Lanier start off on their own 39-yard line with 34 seconds to go in the first half. Lanier has no timeouts remaining. So they'll have a decision to make here. Are they going to try to get points on this possession or just go into the half comfortable with where they are and look to score and take the lead in the second half? Quarterback gets a snap. It'll just be a handoff there up the middle as he's cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Got Henson Music and Cam Merritt in there on the play for the Red Raiders. That clock's just ticking down inside of 10 seconds remaining in the half. One more snap here for Lanier, and again, he's going to be tackled at the line there. That's Cam Merritt shedding the block, making the tackle. So that's going to bring the half upon us finally. After an hour and a half, your Red Raiders go into the half with a 12-8 lead. It wasn't always pretty by any means there in the first half. A lot of mistakes, a lot of sloppy penalties. But at the end of it, it is your Red Raiders on top going into the half. As we'll take a break, and we'll come back out to start the second half as we'll be back with you here on the Red Raider broadcast.
Pullen is down on the track with our halftime hero basket, and our winner for the night is Stanley Long. Mr. Long, come and meet us on the track and get your basket. Thank you for your service. Have a great night.
All right, when we get over there set up, you should be able to see the camera. Don't turn on when we get over there.
And now, entering the field, the Bacon County Raider Regiment, under the direction of Dr. Will Garrett and assisted by Miss Renee Garvin. They will present a part of their 2025 show titled On Air, Live, featuring the music of Dua Lipa, Florida Georgia Line, Jason Aldean, Redbone, Bonnie Tyler, Forrest Frank, and Elevation Worship. Soloists include Montserrat Hernandez, Marcus Garrett, Alan Cisneros, Peyton Boatwright, Morgan Smart, and Kate Moses. Drum majors, Kathy Guyton, Cheyenne Jones, and J.C. Seeley. Is your band ready?
Still go over and get some shots.
You may take the field for your performance.
All right, Raider Nation, we are back with about a minute left here in the halftime. They extended it by a couple minutes as the bands had a presentation that kind of extended halftime a little bit there for the band to finish up for the Bulldogs. And we're going to get started here. I know I was off air for a couple minutes, or actually a minute, but it took a couple minutes from the clock. But tried to get a camera set up to go to the opposite side of the field for to get the band on the other side, but I had a technical difficulty with it, which is possible. Yes, it was my fault. But anyway, let's get back to some football here. The Red Raiders did a good thing. They finally took advantage of getting the ball back. Penalty here, roughing the kicker there, and a big run again. Great block by number 7. That freed him, allowing Dixon to get down the field once again and score, put us up 12-8. We get the ball back. We need to get down to business. And I'm like Coach said a while ago, a fly on the wall in the locker room. I'm pretty sure there was some intensity there to really get these guys going. We've just got in our own way the whole first half, and that's really what has explained. Now, give me with mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of getting in our own way, like you just said, a lot of going backwards, a lot of negative plays. And, you know, we hit on a few plays. We looked good there a few plays, but it was just a matter of consistency. And I know that's something that we want to seek out and have more of here for sure in the second half is that consistency. And, you know, I'm just being honest. I don't think our coaches came over here and envisioned only being up 12-8 at halftime, and I'm sure they are not satisfied with that at all. And so hopefully, and I'm sure in their eyes, they want to see a completely different second half here, and all of these fans that came over here do as well.
Once again, our defense played well enough, played pretty good, made some plays, enough plays, again, to hold them to 8 points, and the points they got were just tough. And there's the kick.
Yeah, it's going to be fielded there by Mike Dixon, as, of course, they tried to stay away from Santiago as they made that mistake earlier. Mike's going to actually have a good return out to about the
50. 47, 46-ish. Nice return.
Yep, out to the Raider 46, so we'll set up shop there.
Boy, 10 seconds went off fast there, I tell you. The first half was long. Now we're sitting at 9:30, starting the second half. Oh, boy. Do we have somebody down on the sideline? Got a coach running over. We'll talk for just a minute and see how long this goes. I do want to take this opportunity to talk about our sponsors as we shoot to the scoreboard here with 11:50 after the kickoff. Bennett Johnson. I want to thank Daniel Johnson for coming back on board, for not only being with us all year long, but Bennett Johnson has been the title sponsorship of football now for going on 10 years, and I really appreciate that. I want to give them full credit for that. I want to thank Family Vision Care, Drs. Hutto and Day, specifically there for providing the type of eye care in our community that not only our community utilizes, but folks come from abroad to visit these young doctors that are very knowledgeable and very caring.
All right, Scotland's going to get the first snap of the half. We'll hand it off to Keondrick here, coming near side again. Big gain again, but they'll get him out of bounds this time after only about 15 yards.
Only 15. I'd like to see him, I'm being a little ticky here. I'd like to see him shift that ball over to his left arm to protect it a little bit more when he's running. But I'll take the 15-yard gain. 1st and 10 on the 40.
Snap to Scotland. They'll try the right side this time. Keondrick makes the guy there miss in the backfield as he'll get about 85 on the play.
Nice cut back inside there. Meant to go outside of the tackle, but he brought it back. Good vision. Positive yards there again for the Red Raiders. Again, a heavy dose of Dixon. I like that. I said it multiple times. We got another back coming in here. I think that's that Ellis coming back in, the young guy.
No, that's the freshman Amir Smith in there, number 2.
Coach talked about kind of a special, I don't think he said secret, but I think he said kind of a special weapon. Is this the guy?
Yes, this kid has some speed. Of course, he is a freshman there. It's, you just seen the ball pop out of his hands on the end of the run. Didn't really secure that ball too well, but we do get the ball back, and Keandrick subs in as we speak.
3rd and 5. Probably, again, I've said this a couple of times, 4-down territory for the Raiders.
Hand off Keandrick there. Go run it up the middle as he'll get stopped by.
For a lineman would got him just a little bit of a push there. Might have got a first down. They kind of stood around there when they stood him up, but it's going to be 4th down and about 2.
I believe so.
I hope we don't get fancy here. Let's give it to the tailback. So who we got back there? This is Cawthorn, number 20, correct? No.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I can tell if it's 20 or 23 because Chandler 23.
Yes. 4th and 2. We get a snap. Looking to throw here. Quick left side. That's caught by Santiago.
Boy, we got a little cute, but that's a great play. And when you got a kid like Santiago and he puts his foot in the dirt and then stops short of about 7 yards downfield, I mean, the defender was 6 or 8 yards with the respect that he deserves. Great throw and catch there. Great play call.
Snap to Scotland, handoff. Travis is going to get it, go off tackle up the right side. He's got some speed, of course. Travis Cawthorn's going to find the end zone.
Let's get a replay on that. Oh, I ain't even got to tell her. I talked about him at the Telfair game. He come in the second half, our guys were hurting down, and he hadn't toted the ball in 3 years. Great camera work there as we follow him to the other side of the field. A lot of speed there for that kid, runs 100-meter. I've mentioned it a couple times. Good pedigree there.
Actually, that play didn't count.
But you know what? That was a great replay. Oh, my goodness.
Give a full breakdown, full replay.
You could have bumped me when I was on my knee here looking at our special screen.
I was actually watching the replay.
Oh, boy. Jaron White, you sent me an update earlier on one of those plays. You could have texted me real quick there, and I know you're about a minute behind. You're just now seeing this.
Snap to Scotland. He's looking left. He's going to sling one to Santiago. Got some hand fighting going on that pass to get broken up right by the goal line.
Ball was the fans are wanting a pass interference there, but the ball was thrown a little short, and the defender was inside of the receiver. Hard to call that.
Snap to Scotland, handoff up the middle. There won't be much going there as Keandrick will get met right around the line of scrimmage.
Golly, I'm still sick about that call. I guess it was – what was the call?
Well, I don't know. I was watching the replay, Brent.
Well, it wasn't much of a penalty, unless it was, I don't know.
Third and long, 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball on the Lanier 32 for your Red Raiders. Scotland gets a snap. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one over the middle. And there's
that's got to be a flag. Yeah,
yep,
okay. Thank you. I mean, he basically run up on top of our receiver. Of course, he's begging for mercy, but he's not going to get any. And I hope that Dixon is cramping, but it looks like an ankle issue as he's hobbling off there. But it's going to be pass interference. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And I've learned it's not always a first down. But yeah. See, 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders.
Scotland gets the snap. Just going to bounce it outside, come back inside, make a guy miss.
Goodness, let's get a first down and then dance. Yep. When it's 2 yards for a first down, which we got it, you got to go straight forward. The dancing around with 1 or 2 yards to go, you dance if you got 6 or 8 and look, use your vision. But we got the first down. 12-8, 8 minutes 8 minutes 33 seconds.
Snap to Scotland, hand off to Travis. It's going to come around the left edge. He'll get wrapped up there. Honestly, about the line of scrimmage, not much going.
Yeah, running to the short side. Not a lot of room there. Needed one more block to seal that edge. Looks like, was there a penalty there? We have a hold. Is that, I think maybe, is that why Coach was talking to 17? First and 20. It must have been a holding.
That play is blown up from the start there in the backfield. Travis with nothing going there.
Well, you can't blame the back there when as soon as you get the ball, there's a dude in another colored jersey standing there ready to bear hug. It's going to be second and about 25 now for the Raiders.
Snap to Scotland. He's looking left, looks right, throws over the middle there, just out of the reach of the receiver.
I want to mention to the folks at home, we talked a little bit about it in Telfair. I hope that the video has been really smooth. This is a high-definition broadcast, which is the first full high-definition 720 that we're broadcasting here at an away game. I have my program has invested into a Starlink. Yes, a Starlink, and they work. It's a Starlink Mini. It's a portable. It's mainly used for when you're traveling, you're moving. You can put this thing on the top of your car and drive up to 60 miles an hour and receive an internet signal. It is pretty cool.
2nd and 31 they have showing on the board. Scotland gets the snap. Going to throw one out quick to Santiago. Nothing going there.
Well, when you're throwing it 20 yards directly across the field, you got to have some superior blocking out there. And they were not playing off the ball at all. It takes a lot of time when that ball's in the air that long, allowing the defense to come up close. But the Starlink is really neat. We shouldn't have any problems anywhere we go. And I'm not throwing Verizon under the bus. It's just you're dependent upon their.
Scotland looks left. He's going to toss one there into some traffic for Santiago. It'll get broken up.
I think you go for it here again. I know it's 4th and 20, but
it's actually 4th and 32.
Well, maybe you do punt here. I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong stick that time like you did earlier. I was saying about Verizon, we've been using, and I appreciate our local Board of Education. Shane Bennett's worked with me on that for about 16 years now. That's what we've used as a jetpack. Some of you have them at home to travel with to give us some wireless internet access. Broadband is what it's called, but you're dependent upon the towers and the area that you're in. We go to Clinch County, and there's no Verizon. It's AT&T. But with this satellite internet that I have now available, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We should be good to go no matter where we go now.
So the Raiders will punt. There is a flag. We're going to try to pin them deep.
Tell you what, we got a good little Raider hop there. It's going to take it down to about the 12-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is here. I tell you what, I hope we don't have to re-kick it. Yep, looks like the coaches are disgusted again by their reaction. See if we get it sorted out, determine. But most likely, yep, You see his hand gesture, the signal there for the white hat?
No, I was watching Coach Thad. He's
animated.
Not a very happy camper down there, to say the least.
Yeah, we're going to have to punt this off again. Hopefully we'll get something similar. I hope Scotland don't hold it quite as long as he did that last time. I don't know if he was trying to adjust the ball before he dropped it, but they almost got to it.
Bit of a low snap there. Scotland's able to handle it.
Yeah, I like it. If we can get another bounce, and we are nearly the exact same. They're going to start on the 12. Another great punt there, just enough there for Scotland. Hennessy, who's, again, done a great job punting tonight, which was the normal job of Isaiah Thomas, and he's resting tonight, nursing a nagging lower body injury before we head into region play next week, which, speaking of next week, Coach, big week for all high schools, homecoming week. What are the days that's planned next week? Because I know you're prepared for them.
Yeah, I know. Monday is Decades Day. Tuesday is Surfers versus Bikers.
All right, hold on. Explain what the Decades Day is. We may have to talk more about it later.
Decades, each grade's going to dress up like a certain decade. I know the staff has the 60s, and I'm not quite sure about the rest.
I think it's 70s, 80s, 90s,
maybe
and 2000s, and each class will do that. Bulldogs take over on the 12.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle there. He's just going to get a few, maybe 3 or 4.
You know, technically we don't have to score another point in this game to get a victory. I hope that's not the case, but our defense certainly is capable of winning this game for us here in the second half. Day 2.
You got Surfers versus Bikers. Come as a surfer or a biker.
All right, let's get another play in here.
Snap to the quarterback. He's looking left. He's running left now. We're chasing him. We got a few Red Raiders out there, and he's not going to get too much on the play. We'll finally wrestle him down out of bounds, and I don't think he's going to actually get a gain at all out of it.
I don't think he is either, if not a slight loss. All right, Wednesday.
You got heroes versus villains.
And what that means is you pick which side you want to dress up as, a hero or a villain, and then the day before is the same way. You choose whether you want to be a surfer or a biker. And then
Thursdays are color wars.
Yeah, each grade will wear a different color, including
the staff. You have neon yellow.
Yeah.
And then Friday, of course, is your standard crazy red and white day, school color day. Preparing to play Thomasville that night. We got a bit of a breeze up here now.
Yeah, you can hear the breeze in our
quarterback. Gets the snap, looks left, looking back right, rolling out to the right.
That's great defense by the Red Raiders. Now we, in fact, we don't get a flag here. We kind of kept them pinned down. They're on about the 15-yard line. They're going to have to punt from there, but should get really good field position either way. We can get Lucia to get a shot of us up here, which is rare. We can kind of show the situation we're in. If you joined us a little late and didn't hear me kind of explain, we're on the visitor side stand. They do have a platform back here for us. I'm not complaining. This has been great weather. If it, rain and storming, we'd have had a tent, but we were going to be outside. I knew it. So we've got our own little platform. Stands are not huge. Our band's taking up a third of it. Fans are filling the rest.
Replay.
Yeah, we need a replay.
Got a block punt there by Amari Riles, who just shot in there.
Rolls out of bounds at about the.
That's a safety that rolled out the end zone.
It went past through the end zone. So that's two more points, and the Raiders are going to get the ball back. What a play by our defensive side of the ball again.
They'd been close earlier in the game on a punt, nearly getting back there, and then we did actually make it back there that time.
And Amari Riles he's another kid that's not real big, but he plays heavy behind his pads. He's such a great athlete. He plays on our baseball team, and if you need a base stolen, he's your dude. He is that fast running the bases. and he's going to be a really good baseball player.
He's really good on the basketball court.
Yeah. He's your three-sport guy, just like Santiago. He's just a little younger, obviously 2 years younger than Santiago. He's going to be filling some shoes there the next 2 years as Santiago will be graduating. But, yeah, just a tremendous athlete, number 12 there for the Red Raiders, Amari Riles. And again, with the penalty, there's yardage as well. They'll be kicking from the 20-yard line. I don't know if high school still has that option. I think you can actually punt from, say, around the 35 or 40, or you choose to kick the regular kick from back. I think that's right.
Want to get the ball back. They'll avoid Santiago, kick it to Keandrick here. So he's got a hole there in the middle of the field. He's just got to outrun some guys.
Touchdown.
He's celebrating early at about the 20. That's a touchdown for Keandrick.
I don't see any laundry. I see Coach Thad running down the field about as fast as number 4 did. We need to be celebrating. Let's get on the field. Yeah, Coach Thad. Hey, let's get over here and let's get some more points here. No laundry on the field. I mean,
we got a replay going here. We mentioned it earlier how teams, they can double Sandy on offense, and then they can sit here and try to kick it away from him. But there's still guys out there that can hurt you. There are athletes on this team all over the field.
And he's right. I said it earlier. I said Santiago's going to make these other guys look good because they're going to get the ball thrown to them, kicked to them, handed off to them because of the attention that he's going to get and he deserves. That looks like an extra point there.
Man, what a kick there by Scooter Johnson. That looked pretty good.
And was that a toe kick? I think that was a straight-on toe kick there. But it did. It was strong.
Whatever works.
21-8 with 5:38 left right here. We're going to take a quick break, catch our breath, and be back in just a moment. All right, 5:38. Raiders are now kicking off, kicking it short. Let's don't let this guy get through the wedge here.
That's Amari Riles with a tackle.
Another big hit, just a shallow kick. It's going to give them a little bit of field position. And I as good as our defense is playing, I don't blame them for not kicking it too deep. Probably a little surprised that guy even offered to return it. A lot of times when you kick it there, you expect him to fair catch it, down it immediately. But he showed a little courage and got a few extra yards. It's going to be set up on about the, the 47-yard line.
I feel like we talk about this often, and we definitely talk about it on Saturdays, as special teams can swing the momentum of a game so quick. And there's just another example of it as our special teams makes a big play, blocks that punt, and next thing you know, we're taking the kick back to the house and extending our lead.
Oh,
a high snap. Quarterback's going to pick it up. I think he just lost his foot in there, slid down.
Well, that was the smart play. He was going to take a big hit there, most likely. We had 3 guys ready to pounce. It's going to be second and a mile for them, probably 20, high 20s, 28. I see it on the board there. I said earlier, I really, really like these, and I've mentioned it before in the booth up near the jumbo. I really like that glowing number on the sticks. It makes it really easy to see on this side of the field, much less on the home side.
That snap's actually fielded with one hand by the quarterback. We're chasing him down. He's able to evade a couple guys, and he's got some speed and actually a hole there.
Yeah, that's when you just lose containment there and really kind of lose where he's at. I don't know if there wasn't a hold over here on our receiver prior to the quarterback even running this way. He just kind of locked up on him. The receiver did on our defender. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. 4 down territory most likely for this Bulldog team.
Quarterback gets the snap. He's looking left there. He's got time. High pass over the middle. That's Santiago with the interception. He's up the sideline. He's going to get run out of bounds, and that might be a late hit there. That's one of the dangers of throwing the ball over the middle of the field. You miss high like that, you risk an interception for sure.
Yeah, we're maybe, and I don't want to be negative Nancy here. We're probably lucky over here. It was yeah, Lord, we may. It's going to be trouble. There was a big hit, a block over here that some of the teammates didn't like. I was about to talk about it, but there was a big hit over here by one of our. I honestly believe it was a legal hit. I think the film will show it. It wasn't a blind side, and they didn't like it. But every one of those players on that sideline, and technically ours, are at risk for ejection, because of you're not supposed to be on the field. Now there wasn't any. I don't think there was any punches thrown of that nature. I don't know if that negates that. I don't know how that works, but it was not. It was almost a really, really bad situation right there. So,
well, we'll take a break while they sort this out because we might be here for a minute.
Yeah. Okay, I think they got it sorted out. Here we go. Here's a play for the Red Raiders. Dixon cuts it back inside. Gets about 3 after running 12.
Three minutes, 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. As Brent, this thing just keeps finding a way to drag out.
Yeah. And we'll talk in just a few minutes about, not in detail. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to go back and see on the demand, but
Kendrick gets that handoff, cuts it back. He's going to have maybe nearly enough for a first down or be just short.
Trying to work this clock, 21-8, under 3 minutes now. I think we got maybe an injured player. I think their coach's staff is coming out immediately. I'm not sure. A lot of times that's not a good indication. Hopefully it's just some cramping. We'll talk just a little. It's a big hit on that interception return. I think it was. We'll see. I think it was legal. I think they didn't like it too much. We had some celebration on our sideline from our coaching staff, from our players, and I think maybe that there was a little bit of exception taken to that, and that's why things kind of escalated a little bit there. I don't think anything was done in malice and in ill harm. It was just the emotion of the moment. I told you this is a very emotional game, and that's where we're at. No flags were thrown. It just took a few minutes. I saw some handshakes in the middle of the field by ADs and coaches, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this and finish this game up okay. Again, we're 2:59, 21-8, and Red Raiders have the ball with 3rd and 1 in that 4-down territory area.
Scotland gets the snap, handoff country there. He's going to have enough for the first down, I'm sure.
Yeah, I tell you, he kind of actually he probably bounces around a little bit more than even Frazier at Georgia. You know, he's got a little bit of a jitterbug, and that's something they worked on in the offseason. I know with him about putting his foot in the ground and taking off and not bouncing around too much, but it works out. It's been working out for number 4 for us. Looks like he's got a cramp. 2:34. We're going to take another quick break here. Honor our sponsors real quick again to name them audibly, and that's Burt CPA. And I see of Alma. He is also one of the consultants there at Burt CPA's locally here at the Alma office. I want to thank him for coming back on board again this year with us. I want to thank Family Vision Care, Kohler Electric Plumbing Supply, and Bennett and Johnson Insurance.
We're back on the field with a 1st and 10 from the Lanier 32-yard line. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Scotland gets the snap. He'll hand off to Travis there as he'll try the middle for a minimal gain. He might have got 1 out of it, maybe more like a half a yard.
Yeah, working this clock under 2:20 now. Trying to get this third quarter over with. As you know, the first half lasted a little over an hour and a half. It's 10 o'clock. Usually the games are over, winding down the ladder. So usually 2 minutes to go in the fourth this time of the night.
Scotland gets the snap there. Oh, and that snap's bobbled in the backfield. It's on the ground. Lanier's running off like they have the ball, and that is going to be a turnover.
Not sure. I don't. We're not going to run a replay on that, but to see, we thought maybe Scotland had an opportunity to get the ball back, but obviously the umpires saw it differently, and the Bulldogs are going to take over here with 1:49 Defense is going to have to go get after it one more time. You know, the Bulldogs have not been able to run the ball very well. The quarterback has, you know, he's the top offensive guy, running and throwing, obviously throwing, but they still got time to run the ball. They don't have to throw it down the field.
Quarterback fakes the handoff. He's going to bring it here near side. And again, he's a great athlete. He's got some speed, got around the edge. He's going to have about 7 on the play.
22 made the tackle.
22 for us is Caden Barnes. There's quarterback, gets the snap, throws one out wide there. Not quite sure who the intended receiver was. It kind of just fell there in no man's land.
Minute 11 on the clock. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 3.
Lanier gets the snap. They're going to try a handoff here off the right side. He's out here near the sideline. He'll have enough for the 1st down before we wrestle him out of bounds there.
Yeah, Barnes on that tackle again, 22, that linebacker spot. Was that 53 that carried that ball? Or he was just a lineman way over here blocking her. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Quarterback gets the snap there. He'll give it off. Number 15, that's Cam Merritt running him down.
Yeah, great angle there by Cam. He admitted he's by far not the fastest dude on the field either, but you don't have to be fast to play fast with the right angle, which he took, and was able to drag the guy down. So we're going to see what the penalty is here. What is that, a sideline warning? Okay. Looks like it's really hard to hear the PA announcer, not because of our headset, but their speaker system is not very good. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Big play there by Merritt.
Quarterback's looking down here near side. He's going to underthrow that one, skip it up there.
It's going to be 3rd, and that was because of more pressure on the quarterback coming from this left side.
Yeah, he didn't really step into that throw.
Number 11.
11 for us is Cam.
I should have known that. I did know that.
You should have. I mean,
yeah.
Do you even do this job?
Yeah, you're the one that calls the names and numbers, but for some reason I thought he was 12.
Quarterback's going to throw one over the middle. He's got a man open there, just opening in the coverage. They're going to have enough for a 1st down plus some.
Yeah, see, that tight, I'm pretty sure that's the tight end. He's the size of a tight end. That's the play I mentioned earlier. I'd love to see us run tight end right up the middle, 10 or 15. That was about 20 yards where he caught it and got another 10. So it's going to be 1st down for the Bulldogs. They're all the way down to about the, where are we at, 26.
About 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Handoff up the middle there for Lanier. We'll cut him down around the line of scrimmage. I want to say that's Cam Merritt again, tripping him up. 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Lanier gets another play off.
I don't think they will. They're going to let it tick down. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining here in the second half. And that's going to wind up this third quarter, a very eventful third quarter. 21-8, your Red Raiders lead. Band's back in business. We're going to let you listen to them while we take a quick break. Yeah, the band takes off the third quarter. That gives them a break, and then they're back at it here in the fourth to cheer this Red Raider team on. It's going to be second down and about 8 for the Bulldogs as they're headed west.
Quarterback's going to get the snap, come down here near side.
Pick up about 2, maybe, at best. Well, about maybe 1. It's going to be third and a long 7, or a 3rd and 7. We getting a timeout here by the, or we got somebody injured.
There's an injured Lanier player.
I just don't see him. I guess he's over. Oh, I see now. Okay, the other side of our guys huddled up here. Okay, we got 11:53. Again, only 7 seconds off the clock here in the fourth quarter. Lanier County Bulldogs over in Lakeland, Georgia. This is our last non-region game. We got a 6-game gauntlet.
Well, you know, in sports, in high school sports, before you start region play, it's kind of like a warm-up. You care about it, and it matters. But then when region play starts, it's like it just all starts over and it starts for real. Especially for us next week when you look at the teams that we have to play over the next few weeks and their rankings and their stats. It's an impressive group.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. You've got Thomasville. That's number 2, or I forget where they're at. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I think they may have Worth as number 1 now, and then I think Toombs number 2, Thomasville, and then Fitzgerald. Jeff Davis has cracked the top 10, I think now. And again, it's just the toughest region in football in region. We're region 1,
single A
D1 in Division 1, and maybe pound for pound the toughest region in up to 2 or 3A pound for pound, and I would argue that, and most people that keep up with it I think would too. And no excuses. We got to compete, and we've got some dudes on the field that we can scare some of those teams, and if we play mistake free, who knows? Again, we scare them and have an opportunity. Worth County's got just a junior quarterback now. I said last year, as a sophomore, I was as good a quarterback I'd seen throwing the ball around at the high school level in person. I've seen some kids on TV, in the playoffs and that sort of thing in the dome, but he could really, really spin the ball. Got some guys that can catch it, and they're racking up a bunch of points and yards. Defensively, I think maybe they said they've improved a little this year, so that makes them even scarier. Fitzgerald is Fitzgerald. They're just going to play some hard-nosed football. They're going to have some dudes. And again, Thomasville, they got a quarterback, one of the top in the state, that we're going to have to be prepared to. This guy here is kind of maybe the test run for him is from an athletic. I'm very impressed with this guy tonight. He's got a quick release, throws a tight spiral, and throws a dart from 20 to 30 yards. So, and he definitely, we've seen his wheels. He can run around a little bit too. So again, a good test for us this week as we get ready for some good high school football teams that we're going to be playing. We got Thomasville at home. We're going to have Fitzgerald at home this year. We will be traveling to Sylvester to play Worth. We travel to Brantley, and we go to Berrien to play. And Berrien is playing some good football. Lost to Clinch last week in a shootout. I think Clinch won it late. Both teams scored over 40 points. So, again, there's no weekend off anymore. And there's not one off tonight either, obviously, here in Lakeland, Georgia. I hope this young man is just doing some cramping. Maybe a tad more than that, something lower body. Not putting a lot of pressure, but they're going to got up and get him off the field there. Good to see with 11:53 here in the fourth quarter. Your Raiders are going to come back out. It's going to be third. And let me find the stick. The chain gang took a break. I think it's going to be 3rd and 7. They're obviously in a 4-down territory. I've mentioned that because of us tonight being missing our number 1 field goal kicker, Isaiah Thomas, taking a break tonight, just nursing a nagging lower body injury. They're getting him ready for region play. Here we go for the snap.
Quarterback gets the snap. He's going to hand off there, number 3 up the middle. He's going to get wrapped up again right around the line of scrimmage. He might have got half a yard. That's Nolan Powell and Jalen Marion on the stop.
Yeah, I think a half is all he got. Well, now they're moving it up a little bit more, maybe 2. That's going to be 4th down and 4. So this is that area where you could run it. I could see the quarterback keeping it here. I just think they probably have more confidence in that than throwing the ball. Opportunity for the defense to get it done one more time.
Quarterback's going to roll out to his right, hit a man, and right in and out of his hands.
You know, we had a guy right there. You got to think, I'm looking at the angle that he caught, that would have caught the ball. He probably would have got, his momentum probably would have got him the first down, even though we had a defender nearby. But he dropped it, probably heard the footsteps. Another great defensive stop for our Red Raider defense, Coach.
It's pretty much the usual. That's what they do. They've been reliant the whole season.
If we can just protect the football here, get a few first downs, whether we score another point, we're going to be in good shape getting out of here with another Red Raider victory. But I would love to score another touchdown or 2 here in some form or fashion. I don't know, Dixon right, Dixon left, Dixon up the middle.
Scotland's going to keep it himself here, and he's actually going to beat a man around the edge. We'll see what he picks up.
Yeah, I just don't like that call. You're putting our the quarterback in a position there where he can just get hurt. I mean, you got a bunch of running backs. That's just me personally. I don't like that, to put him in that position at this point in the game. We don't have a game-winning lead right now, I don't think. But you give your tailback the opportunity to run the ball.
Keandre gets the handoff. He's going to be wrapped up around the line of scrimmage.
No, he never touched the dirt, but they blew the whistle. I mean, I don't think unless his knee was down, his body certainly didn't. Well, they're going to mark him down about back at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 10. Raiders really needed to try to get at least one first down here to keep that clock moving at 10, 22, 21, 20.
Scotland gets that snap, handoff Keandre. He'll come near side, off right tackle there. That's going to be
close.
I think that's enough for a first down.
They're trying to figure it out. I got to pick the stick back up, but yeah, move them chains. That's a huge run there by Dixon. Maybe the biggest run of the night, even with the touchdown. Keeping that clock moving. 10-yard run there on 3rd down.
Scotland gets the snap, going to toss it left to Keandre, cut it back there up the middle. I believe that ball almost came out. Clock just keeps on ticking down. The clock is clearly our friend right now in a 2-possession game.
12th man.
Scotland gets the snap. It's going to hand off to Travis this time. Travis is going to come near side here up the sideline, be wrestled out of bounds.
I guess a little bit of emotions still. I'm not sure. There was nothing. I never. My goodness. I'm not sure what that was about, but the umpires, I thought earlier they did a pretty good job of handling that early situation. But I mean, I blink and their whole coaching staff is over here on our side of the field. I'm just not sure.
You got their players, you got their, I'm going to say, resource officers, law enforcement, athletic directors over here.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I'm looking at near the fence line, and I look up, and then I see, 6 black coaching jackets all the way this side of the numbers, and that's just, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were over there just I don't know.
I know they had a couple players run our guy out of bounds there, and we're standing on our sideline.
I'm guessing something was said. I did not see any reaction from 20 or 22 or anything that would have warranted.
I didn't see a reaction from anybody on our sideline.
No, I didn't. We're going to get it started. Nothing happened per se. So just another quick delay there with 8:48 on the clock. 8:48 on the clock.
Again, like we said, Brent, this thing is just finding a way to drag out.
You know what? I'm glad Wawa is 24/7. I'm going to stop for a little treat for our kids before we head on back to Alma. But it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for our Raiders. Another couple first down takes a couple more minutes off the clock. Raiders with a 2-score advantage. Hadn't been the game we'd hoped for.
Scotland gets the snap, hand off to Travis. Is going to come near side again, get wrestled down there. No gain on that play.
It's going to be 2nd down and about 12, a long 11.
Eight minutes to go in the ball game.
Got Santiago on the top, the other side of the field.
Snap to Scotland, hand off to Kendrick there up the middle, nothing going. I think they got him in the backfield for a loss on the play, actually.
Clock still churning out. 40 seconds every time we run a play. It's going to get it down. We're at least going to get it down to probably, well under 6 minutes if we do punt and we don't get this first down, this 3rd and 13. Ball on the 38.
Scotland gets the snap, looking to pass, going to throw one out quick here. That ball is actually going to be behind number 9, DJ Peterson.
He had an opportunity there. May not have been a first down, but, only thing I don't like about that play is it stops the clock. Make the completion, it doesn't, but stops the clock, and we're not going to be able to run off an additional 40 seconds or so to put us, deep in, well into 6 minutes left, or just over 6 minutes. I think we got another cramping situation with a Bulldog. Well, we got just a second. What's your thoughts on the Georgia Bulldog game tomorrow as they travel up to Knoxville, which is a relatively hostile environment, again against a bunch of obnoxious fans?
I think the safest prediction is it's going to be loud.
Yeah, maybe it won't be so loud after about halfway through the second quarter. Something tells me this game is going to be close early. I really believe the Dogs can win, and I'm not saying that because I'm a Georgia fan. I just think I think that's what's going to happen. Now, we turn the ball over 2 or 3 times, and that results in 10 to 14 points, and that's a different story. But pound for pound, I think Stockton will do enough. Our run game will be good enough, and our defense will definitely be good enough. Red Raiders going to punt here, 4th and 13.
Scotland will get the punt off there. Here's going to signal for a fair catch. Their own 40-yard line. That's where they're set up shop. 6 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in the ball game with the Red Raiders up 21-8.
Yeah, that was Mr. Everything right there for them. The quarterback, punt returner. Do you know what position he plays in baseball?
He's an outfielder.
Yeah, let's listen to the band right here.
There's going to get about 10 yards there on first down.
Yeah, they're in desperate mode here with under 7 minutes, 6:40. That's going to be 2nd down and about – they're going to give them a first down. First and 10. Probably going to throw the ball majority of the snaps here. I would think if they're smart, you're talking short throws like that, nothing deep, where the ball may be picked off again. Santiago's got 2 tonight.
A quick pass up top. Guy breaks the tackle. That's going to be about 15 on the play. Actually, probably closer to 20.
Yep. Another quick throw by the quarterback. Again, he can zip it.
Well, this is where you got to be careful is Bacon because this game isn't over.
No, I said earlier they've got plenty of time to come back, and our defense has played so well all night long, but all it takes is just 2 or 3 plays, and they're in the end zone, and that's 3 plays right there, or excuse me, 2 plays right there, and they're in the end zone in a minute and a half, and then you got some serious issues.
Another quick throw there up to the top side, but he's going to get tackled quick that time.
Got to be careful on those plays. They don't. Yep,
there is a flag.
It was. He got. When I felt like we may have tackled him just a little too hard. I don't know. Hopefully, it was a retaliation and not a flag on the tackle. You got to be real careful when you sling the guys down, especially when there's already a little bit of tension. I did see a flag come up, but it was well after the tackle. I guess it was a flag. I don't know. There's a kid over there tossing a ball up. I don't know if that was it or not.
Sideline warning.
Must be against. It has to be against the Bulldogs. Yeah, there's no flag. I think what I saw being tossed up in the air was the referee did. He did. But that was what it was for. Wasn't for the, and it was a hard tackle, but not illegal. Not a flag worthy. Well, here comes more of their players and coaches on the field. I just don't quite understand why they just keep pouring out on the field like that. With 6:12 left in the game. Very strange.
Not exactly sure what's going on. Just another big discussion out here.
I don't know. It's just like their staff keeps coming out on the field at will. And in turn, our guys, our AD, walks out wanting to ask them questions, wanting to know what's going on too, but it looks like our guys are, I don't know if there was some penalty. Because the ball is now being marked way down on about the 12. I didn't see a signal from the white hat back to the press box. All we saw was must have been a personal foul because he took his pad out and wrote somebody's name down.
Regardless, we have 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the ball game. Laniers quarterback gets the snap, had some pressure in his face, and that pass is batted down by Jalen Marion.
Great play there by that young man. He didn't try to do too much. He just got his arm in the way. He didn't try to intercept it, do anything to let that receiver have an opportunity to catch that ball. It's going to be 2nd and 10. 5:59.
Quarterback gets the snap, fakes the toss, and he's going to get wrestled down there by a host of Red Raiders for a loss.
Yeah, that's a big play by the defense. What's the numbers there? They're all walking sideways from us.
Yeah, we he had about 3 guys in there. I know I seen 22. I can see Theron Moore getting up from the pile.
.535. Third down and about 14.
Quarterback's going to get a snap, look left, throw one in there. Pass actually, we went to bat it down, and it gets through there. Lanier's going to score a touchdown on the play. He kind of fit that throw into some somewhat tight coverage there at the end of the play.
Well, he showed his arm strength. I've been talking about it all night. He can definitely spin it. And he showed it there. The DB was unable to get his hand on it. I'm not sure which number that was, but wasn't necessarily trying to go for the interception either. I just saw a hand up, but ball zipped in there for a touchdown. It's going to be 21-14. They got a chance to go for 2 here and make it interesting.
They're going to kick the point after attempt.
That'll give them, if they can get it, that'll give them the opportunity to.
That kick is blocked.
Boy, that's huge right there.
That was a good play there by Jalen Marion.
Well, we're in a, no pun intended, a dogfight here. And, again, it's something that none of us anticipated. We hoped it wasn't going to be that way. We talked about this team's hungry for a win. We're looking for 3 in a row, taking advantage of that. So, yeah, just a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of things we've seen. We know we can improve and get better from an execution standpoint. We know we've got some dudes that can make some plays on offense and obviously on defense. Again, it's just got to get better in some areas, continue to get better in others, and we gotta run this 5-14 down and get a victory here.
Yeah, this is a lot closer than we wanted it, a lot closer than I'd assume we anticipated. And like you said, with 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go, we got a whole lot more than we bargained for here.
Yeah.
We got to put a drive together to close this game out, whether it be icing the clock or putting the ball in the end zone again.
Boy,
get fielded there by Keandre. He's going to actually take a big hit there, and that's going to be a late hit and a flag.
Coach Wilder, I think our guys was coming out just to go play some football, and Coach Wilder's hustling out on the field, making sure no emotion was the motion wasn't an issue there, and that was definitely a late hit. That's going to penalize the Bulldogs. I'm just thankful there was no injury there when those types of things happen. A lot of restraint there. Very proud of our kids in that moment. So the Raiders are going to start off on the Bulldogs side of the field. Great field position, 45. They just hurt themselves there. And again, if the Raiders can get just 2 first downs, would go a long ways without scoring some points.
Lanier does have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Raiders will set up shop on the Lanier 45. Scotland gets the snap, hand off Keandre. He's going to go off tackle, try the left side, get the sideline. He's got a couple guys to beat. He'll be out of bounds inside the 20.
Yeah, he's down near the 15, right on the 20, looks like, where the umpires got it marked. 5:03 on the clock. He is really fast. When he starts his straight line, really, really fast kid. And he has a different running style with his legs. He doesn't take long strides, and that's even more unique.
Scotland gets a snap. Hand off Kendrick again. Can't find any room there on that play.
Another 40 seconds is going to tick off. It's going to be second down and about 9. I just don't want any quarterback runs here. All their coaches on the field again over there.
Yeah, there's another meeting going on for some reason. Their athletic director is out there.
Clock still under 4:43, 42, 41.
Gunder's going to get the ball, break a tackle in the backfield. He's going to drive forward.
It's going to be close to a Red Raider first down. I'll be honest with you. I almost, well, I ain't going to say that. I would like to say, well, I almost wish it wasn't. It'd be third down and 1. Clock continues to run, and then we run another play, get a first to keep on going, keep that clock going. Looks like we got a guy down here. Hopefully, again, it's just some tiredness, some cramping going on. Even though it's a relatively, I wouldn't say it's a cooler night. I wouldn't say cool necessarily, but it's a cooler night. The breeze has gone away, but we've really enjoyed being out. I have been outside of the press box where you don't get any wind or any movement of that nature. I'm just glad they do have a place for us here. It's just probably 6 by 18, 6 by 16 for us to set up. Coaches are filming over here to our left. The football team is. Enough room for that. We saw some shots up here earlier of us. Again, just glad we're able to be here to broadcast. For the folks that couldn't make the trek over here, .428, the clock rolls on. 4:28, 4:26.
Scotland gets a handoff. Travis is going to take it there right side, and he'll be inside the 10.
Kind of ran up on his blocker there. Always scary to, when that happens. A lot of times lower body injuries, lower extremity injuries happen. Clock continues to run. 3:51, 3:50. 21-14, your Raiders lead.
Scotland gets a snap, handoff Kendrick there. Nothing going on that play. He might get a couple out of it.
Yep. Okay. The whistle kept blowing. I was hoping they didn't stop the clock. It's going to continue to run. 3:21, 3:20. We don't need to snap that ball till it gets down to about 5 or 6 seconds. This is going to put us well under 3 minutes.
Keandre breaks a couple tackles there. He's down around the goal line, maybe half a yard short, maybe 1 yard. Looked to be nothing going early on that play, but he found something out of nothing.
Got another player down. I don't think that's a cramp for the Bulldogs. Maybe his breath knocked out of him. So it's going to be 4th down and goal from about the half-yard line. You see there?
I believe so.
Got to think the Raiders are going to try to punch it in here. Hopefully put this game out of reach. We're at 2:37.
Just letting the clock tick down.
Think we're going to call a timeout here. It's going to bring it just a little bit closer. You know, that's not a bad idea for the defense to try to time it. It's about we can't get a first down before. It's just half the distance, half a ball length. But the clock should start back. Nope. Yep. There we go. So that's just kind of hurting. That hurts them even more. Minute 46, minute 45. 6 seconds on the play clock. I think we're going to call a timeout. Yep. And we're going to take another quick break here. Hopefully begin wrapping things up, but we'll be back in just a moment. All right, here we go. 4th down and 6 inches. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Touchdowns, and I think you can officially say ball game there.
Well, I would hope so. 1:33 on the clock. We're going to have to kick it off again. Should be a ball game. It's going to be 27-14. We're going to get an extra point attempt here. Hear the band there. Scooter Johnson going to attempt extra point. And we're going to see a straight toe kick here, I believe. Incomplete. Had a high snap there, but that's not okay, but it is okay. Minute 33, 27-14. Red Raiders going to kick off. Going to hopefully we'll be wrapping things up here. I want to thank y'all for joining us again on the NFHS Network. Appreciate you subscribers. Tune in to not only football. We have softball games that are brought to you by the AI technology, those AI cameras, and we'll try to get a couple commentated games in this season. This is a very busy time for me and Coach Keck to be able to do that as often as we used to. We'll see about playoffs and how all that works, but we'll try to work that in. I've got esports. I've got my TSA club stuff going on that I'm busy with this semester. But tune in if you can't make it. Come out and support those Lady Raiders. Had a couple tough losses yesterday from Brantley County, but still 12-2, I believe, on the season, and looking great. So tune into those games. Watch. The app has been updated on your phone. It looks really cool, really neat. The app on the computer, it looks a little different as well. But, yeah, thank you all for joining us and being a part of something we've been doing for 16 years. I've been with the NFHS. I was introduced to it the year after I began. We broadcasted some on another network out of Berrien County, matter of fact. I can't even remember the name of it. Here's the kick. Whistle's going to be blown, and the Bulldogs are going to take over on about the 37-yard line. It looks like somewhere right in there for our defense to get us another victory tonight with 1:25 on the clock. 27-14, your Raiders lead. But the NFHS has been pretty good to us. They have that contractual agreement with the GHSA. I know there's some other schools that are around us, Appleton County, some others that broadcast, freely on the Facebook and on YouTube. But we, generally have permission to go everywhere we ask, and we do ask. Schools can turn us down. Only been turned down about 4 times out of the last 15 years to be able to broadcast live consistently at least. It's just been good to us. We can go to any playoff without any rejection. That's a good thing, and that's the main reason, that we stay with this subscription based.
Streaming just throws one deep down the far sideline, incomplete.
This subscription-based system, tell your friends about it. It's really neat because you can watch a lot of the schools around us, Ware County, Pierce County. We got in it. We were one of the first South Georgia teams to get in, schools to get involved with it. Definitely the smallest at that time. I think it's about $79, $84 a year. That's the cheapest. It's like $6 a month. You can do a $12 or $14 a month thing, but the $6-something a month is definitely the way to go. I don't charge any more than what they charge us. I could charge above that and make a little more for my program, but I don't. Giving you an opportunity.
Matt's looking left. Pass is going to be incomplete off his receiver's hands, just slightly out in front of him.
Yeah, almost a good play there. He's kind of threw it too hard there. We've been averaging about 120 to 130 broadcasts a year, especially with the AI cameras broadcasting basketball, all the home games, soccer. So, if you do the year and you like to watch Red Raider stuff, you're paying about 50 cents a game if you can't make it.
Quarterback kind of just throws one out. No man's land out there. Nobody in the area. Nobody looking for the ball.
1:07. 1 minute and 7. This has been a long game, Coach.
Yeah. I think it's past your bedtime.
Oh, boy. By the time we pack it up, it's going to get out of here. It's going to be 11:15. It's going to put us 12:30 getting back.
Back throws one here near sideline. He's just going to go out of bounds after a first down.
Yep, 1st and 10 at about the 36-yard line, 1 minute and 1 second. They still have all 3 of their timeouts left. I mean, if they were to pop a touchdown here, then you got to deal with an onside kick. It could get interesting. The game's not over till there's triple zeros.
Quarterback's going to roll out to his right, loft one up.
Yeah, he was running for his life. And I tell you, if our defender hadn't fell down right there, we could have been an interception. But Jalen Marion was hot on his trail. He had to get rid of it. Finally under a minute, 54.9 on the clock.
Quarterback's going to roll out to his right again. That's Cam Merritt out in front of him.
Wow.
Throws back over, kind of across his body there, out over the middle. That's going to be actually around a 20-yard gain.
Wasn't kind of, it was. And, I mean, I ain't going to lie, that was pretty impressive. He was running to his right, and he threw it back about 20 to 25 yards, a dart back to, I don't know if it was receiver or tight end. Made a great play for the Bulldogs. 42.5, another first down, and just shy about the 1 yard line. They can get another first down.
Everybody's going to throw that one up.
Overthrown. Good defensive play there.
.32 seconds left in this game. Quarterback gets a snap. There's a flag on the play. He's going to loft one into the end zone. That'll be incomplete. Jalen Marion in coverage there.
We got a flag down.
Yes, we do.
I think it's, I don't know if he was pointing. Yep, it's going to be against the offense. I tell you, I'd really like to see us keep them from scoring here.
At this point, this game will be over, and I'll have to see it twice to believe it.
26.4.
Quarterback gets a snap, looking left, lost one again into the end zone, incomplete.
They're going to get one more try here, or is this third down? Has he already switched it?
Yep, this is third down.
Okay. Well, two more tries with 20.8 on the clock.
Everybody's going to get a snap, looking left again, backpedaling a little bit, slings one out there, is going to get caught. He'll have a touchdown with 13 seconds to go in the game.
Jeez, I don't know how he got that wide open. He just got lost in the mix. Busted coverage there. They're going to make this game a whole lot closer than it really should have been, 27-20. And again, they got enough time to try an onside kick to make things interesting. Nothing else is going to extend this game by about 2 or 3 more minutes.
It's a low kick, but it's through the uprights and good. That'll bring the score 27-21. Red Raiders still in the lead, 13 seconds to go in the game. I'm sure an onside kick is forthcoming.
want to continue to thank our sponsors tonight. That's Burt CPA, Coley Electric, Family Vision Care, Bennett and Johnson Insurance, specifically Daniel Johnson. Looks like we're going to have our hands guys, as we should, up front. First two lines. But, you know, in this case, you got to be careful. And they could shoot it just past us. Have a guy scamper down. If we get caught on our heels. I mean, this is a play that's only successful about 8% of the time or something like that to successfully recover an onside kick. $13.5 on the clock. Offsides is going to be the call here. I'm pretty sure they don't call it unless it's really obvious. Am I correct on this?
Yes. It does seem to be that way.
He kicked it. It was a really shallow angle. It would not have gone 10 yards.
Actually, when it came off the tee, it kind of just rolled sideways. It went 10 yards.
Well, their guys were so far ahead of him, he'd have hit one of their players in the back, I think. Hey, I don't want to laugh too hard. 13.5. They may pull off the perfect one right here. We'll see. That's going to make it 10. All we got to do is get on it, and that's number 7 has done it. Thank you, Santiago. Fans are going to head home after that. 11.6 on the clock. All we got to do is take run the best play in football.
The victory formation.
And that is it. One snap in this game, and unless the coach wants to get cute and call a few timeouts. This game will be over with one snap or a few snaps. But we're going to wrap things up now either way. Hopefully be able to get out of here in just a few minutes with a Red Raider victory. Thank you again for joining us on behalf of myself, my crew, Katie Cawthorn on the production, switching the cameras and running the broadcast, Ricky Chee and Ike Gorling on the camera, the main camera, and then Lucia Soria giving you the extra camera shots of the band and the sidelines and those types of things. We tried to get a shot across the field of our band, had a little technical difficulty there, unable to get it. Looks like they are going to, in fact, call a timeout, which is interesting. And technically, I guess, and that's what we need to do is run the ball. I hate the fact we have to hand it off and risk a fumble maybe, but just run the ball and let the time run out. Any final thoughts? Because we're going to shut it down quick.
A win is a win. You take it how you can get it, whether it be sloppy or by your design. Just win and advance. Focus on region plays starting next week. And like I said earlier, it's when it starts for real.
And here's the victory formation. And that's going to do it. Double zeros, not triple. Raiders are going to get a victory, 27-7. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's going to be a massive handshake, and maybe that's for the best. I think the coaches are going to meet and shake hands. But yeah, we want to thank you for joining us. Again, we're going to wrap things up quickly here, get things packed up, and head back to Bacon County. But once again, thank you for all these subscribers, all you folks tuning in. On behalf of myself, Brent Johnson, head ball coach Sky Keck, we'll see you back at home next week, homecoming.
At the Red Kingdom.